for this show today?
Hello to all the sisters and everybody else that is watching. I am really excited for today's show, but also extremely, extremely nervous. But it's going to be a very fun next couple of hours. So I hope that everybody will tune in and hopefully have a great time.
Yes, absolutely, James. You have nothing to be nervous about. People adore you. People love you. All these guys are here for you. In fact, they've been telling me all morning that they are nervous. So you don't have anything to be worried about. They're nervous to meet you. So you have nothing. You have nothing to worry about. You just got to relax. It's okay. It's going to be great. You're going to do great. Okay. You could find your husband today out here.
I know.
You know it's out there.
Mean, I'm all ready to go. I'm keeping a very open mind and an open heart for today. I definitely have been through a lot when it comes to dating in the past. It's been a very, just difficult thing for me to do as a gay man, a feminine gay man, a feminine gay man with a large social media following and things that, people want, including money and other things like that. So it's definitely been really challenging to find a great match that not only can make me happy, but is also, of course, in it for the right reasons. But like I said, I'm definitely very, very excited. Yeah. I just got added to the Zoom call with all the guys. I cannot hear anybody yet. I have not met anybody yet, but some of them are looking very cute. So
it is a veritable smorgasbord of beautiful men in there.
Yes, there's a lot. As you said in the intro, or as I said in the intro, from all corners of the world. I tell you, James, there were so many submissions. This broke a record of submissions for this show. There were thousands and thousands of submissions that we received from all over the place. So it was, this is going to be very exciting. Yes, absolutely. James, I'm curious. Are you optimistic that your man is out there today in this group of 10 men?
I don't know. Like I said, I've been through quite a lot, and it's my expectations at this point are set very, very high because of the stuff that I have gone through. So I definitely have, my red flags, the things that I look for in a relationship and stuff. And like I said, it's been definitely really challenging to find the right match that fits all those standards and stuff. Of course, I would love a boyfriend, but at the same time, I don't want to be in a relationship just to, be in a relationship and take the cute Instagram photos. Like I really want the full package and stuff. So I definitely think that somebody's out there for me, whether or not they're in this chat. I guess we're gonna have to find out as the show goes on.
It's gonna be exciting, James.
Open mind. I'm open to everything. I'm ready to go.
Now, James, one more question before we go down the how the show's gonna work.
Yeah.
What does a future James Charles husband look like? What is your ideal? Because you described that your standard has been risen. It's been raised because of all the stuff that you've been through. What does a James Charles husband look like?
Okay. For me, I really like talking to people that are relatively close to my age. Okay. Obviously, I'm a large business person and I am really busy on an everyday level. So I really need somebody that's close to my age that knows how to have a really, really good time. I'm obviously a very outgoing, energetic type of person, but I need somebody that can match that energy as well. Definitely somebody that can be cracking jokes all the time, making me laugh. I love people that put in effort. That sounds like the absolute bare minimum.
It's okay.
That's the
Okay,
my husband is someone effort.
They just try.
Let me rephrase, okay? Communication for me is absolute number one key. And like I said, I'm a very, very busy person, but my schedule, obviously, as a social media influencer, is very, very flexible, and I get to make my own kind of calendar and spend time with friends and family as much as I possibly can. So for me, it definitely speaks volumes when somebody is willing to put in the effort to work with me on my schedule, to come over, to hang out, to spend time together. And like I said as well, I'm really, really busy, and sometimes by the end of the day, of course, I want to spend time with my significant other, but I don't have the mental capacity to plan out a super cute date or this, lavish evening. So I really love when somebody is able to kind of take the initiative to make a plan a cute date out, or just send the first message. Absolutely. That's what I mean by putting in the effort and stuff. Okay. It's been several years of really me being the one to, always try to make it work, but I'm over it.
So not just the bare minimum. Well, hopefully.
Yes, I should have phrased that better.
No, it's okay. You're doing great. You're doing great. Look, James, there's 10 guys. We got a lot of work to do today. We got a lot of work to do to get to get down to maybe your husband. It's time to go over the rules of the show. Are you ready?
I am ready, yes.
As Monka S. Do you know that emote, Monka S? Have you heard of that emote?
Nope.
Okay, well, it's basically what is it? It's like a sweating frog.
Nervous.
It's like a nervous. So Monka S, when I say that, it means everybody's nervous. So you'll see the chat fill up with that in a second. As Monka S is flying through the chat, I'm going to tell James Charles the rules of today's Lover Host. So, James, above your head, you can't see it probably, but if you were watching the stream, you would. There's a timer, and that timer is ticking. And that timer will...
I do have the stream open in a tab, but it's on mute, but it is slightly delayed. But I am watching it.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to watch. That might be distracting, by the way. You'll see everything live from the Zoom call.
Oh, then I will close out of the stream.
Yeah, no, it's okay. You can keep it open if you want. It's up to you. I don't want to tell you how to do it. It's okay. There's a timer above your head, and that timer is ticking. That timer indicates what round we're in. We're in the first round, and that timer, when it hits 0, I will call the end of the round, at which point I will ask you who you want to eliminate from the show. You will send me a DM.
God.
I know. You will send me a DM, and then we will eliminate a person from the show. We will repeat that process every round until there's one person left standing. Now, James, it could be happily ever after, but there's a catch to this show, which I'm sure you're fully well aware of. Yes. It's called Lover Host. Some people in this cast today may be in here for what you remember you talked about money earlier, whatever reason it could be. Somebody here could be in for the wrong reasons. Host, yes.
Sucks.
But
damn, okay.
But you never know, right? You never know. Maybe everybody's genuine here. You never know, right?
Yeah. I feel like I have gotten pretty good at figuring out. Like I said, I have a lot of red flags that are pretty easy indications early on, and the one thing that I've noticed, especially while online dating on like dating apps and stuff, is that most people are truly so stupid and make it beyond obvious if they are using me for clout so early on, which is great for me. Yeah. But I'm like, damn, if y'all really wanted to, scoop me off my feet and make something happen, it wouldn't be that challenging.
What
but
do they
nobody's
say?
done a really great job of it.
What do they say?
So one thing for me, whenever I'm meeting somebody new or talking to somebody new on a dating app, I always ask people to send me a video on either Instagram DM or Snapchat, introducing themselves, telling me a little bit about them. That way I know it's not a catfish, because that's happened a million times before. Get to hear their voice, and also, of course, just, learn a little bit about somebody, what they think is important. Like, obviously, if I was to do an introduction, I would have key things that I would mention about myself that I'm proud of or like to share. So it's always interesting to hear what other people do. But one of the, things that happens the most common is people will always say, oh, can you follow me first before I do that? Or
that's dumb.
Or they'll do it and then they'll take a screenshot. So like I said, it's very, very annoying, but it works for me because they make it so obvious and they're just so stupid. So I'm like, okay, on to the next. Thank you, next.
Yeah. Well, hopefully nobody's that stupid today. Hopefully if they choose host, they're a little bit creative about it.
Right.
But you will have a number of rounds to use that radar to try and suss out who you think is here for the wrong reason.
Exactly. James, in the first round, as we discussed, it's just first impressions. You're gonna introduce yourself to them first, and then they'll introduce themselves to you, and then you're gonna have to DM me who you want to eliminate, and that's how it's gonna start. Okay.
Do I literally just say my name is James, or do I give a little bit of backstory, like the Tinder video message situation?
You could introduce yourself if you were to just you were in a circle of people. I make it sound like it's an AA meeting or something.
Hi, I'm James.
Hi, I'm James, and I'm single. No, yeah, just like a little like a log line about yourself. Like, my name's James. I'm a beauty guru. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Like relationship rehab instead of alcohol and
Yes, basically. All right, James, if you're ready, we're ready. Just give us a few moments to transfer, and I will signal when you're in the room. So just give us just a second. Okay.
Hey. This thing called love, I just can't handle it. This thing called love.
Gentlemen, you're on screen with James Charles. Everybody wave! Everybody wave!
Hello, James Charles. Hello.
All right.
Hello.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. Welcome to Lover House featuring James Charles, powered by Cash App. Thank you guys for being here. James, thank you again for being here. James, let's start off the show. We're going to start with our introductions, and James is going to start it off. He's going to introduce himself, and then you gentlemen will go one by one and introduce yourselves, and then after that, James is going to make his first elimination. So, James, why don't you start it off? Go ahead and introduce yourself to the cast today.
Okay. Hello, everybody that is here. Nice to meet all of you guys. My name is James. I'm 21 years old, 5'10", in case anybody cares. I'm a beauty guru and YouTuber. In my free time, I love watching Minecraft videos, singing with friends, watching horror movies, and doing escape rooms is my favorite pastime in the entire world. I feel like those are the key, most important things about me for now. But I look forward to learning more about all of you guys.
That was perfect, James. You didn't even rehearse that. That was perfect. All right.
Well, it is my job.
Yeah, it is true. I guess you're right. All right, let's move on to our first guest of the day. Sitting right to the right of James Charles, all the way from South Africa, Lorenzo. Lorenzo, go ahead and introduce yourself to Mr. James Charles.
Oh, hi, James. My name's Lorenzo. I'm from South Africa. I'm 20 years old. I'm 6 foot, if that interests anyone. But yeah, in my pastimes, I like to read books. I love animals, and yeah, that's just a bit about me.
Yeah, thank you, Lorenzo. Yeah,
James, we got to work on that poker face.
I was shocked by the voice. I was not ready for that.
It's okay. It's all right. Lorenzo,
am I supposed to like not react?
It's okay. No. You don't. You can react the way you want to. Let's move on to the right of Lorenzo. We have Troy Newmark, also from South Africa. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh.
Hey James, my name's Troy. I'm a student. Just saying, inside joke, none taken. The Big Bang Theory. I worship Cardi B like it's basically my religion. I love her to bits and can't get enough of her. I'm an outgoing person who loves to hang out with my friends, and I think the best thing in life is just waking up in front of the sunset on the beach. I mean, sunrise, not sunset. Sorry.
Yes.
That's kind of like
Troy,
a very different lifestyle.
Yeah, my lifestyle is really outgoing and stuff like that. So I like to be outdoors.
Now,
I have been to South Africa before, so.
And you said
should really come. It's beautiful.
Now, James, you said that is South Africa your favorite place to vacation?
I've only been there once, but it was my favorite place that I've ever traveled to. So I really have been wanting to go back. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Where'd you go to, James?
Oh, wow. Yeah, where'd you go?
I went for my senior trip in school, so we went literally all over. But we stayed mostly in Johannesburg, and then we spent the last half of the trip in Cape Town. But we did like a full drive all the way down from Johannesburg to Cape Town.
Oh wow!
Did you go up Table Mountain by any chance?
Did we go where?
Did you go up Table Mountain?
Tabor Mountain?
Yes, we did. Yeah. Yes, we did go to Table Mountain.
So you got to see all the beavers and stuff like that?
We got to see everything. I literally have, in my living room, I have 4 massive prints that are all photos that I took in South Africa just to remember the trip by. So, like I said, very, very special place in my heart. So, I guess you two are already off to a great start.
All right. Let's move on to some people from your side of the world. Let's start with Mr. Colin Smoke. Colin, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, James. My name's Colin. I am a university student and a streamer from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. In my free time, though, I'm a pretty artistic person. The big thing that really excited me about this house was my landlord was totally cool with me drawing or painting on the walls. So I'm in the process of doing a bunch of things around the house here. I'm also trying to get into music. So I'm a very creative individual, and I'm looking forward to getting to know you better.
Love that. That's so sick. Good landlord.
I was so shocked when he said it was okay, because most were it was a total deal breaker, the prospect of me just drawing all over the place. So,
welcome aboard, Colin. Thank you so much. Let's move right down below you, James. We have MisterNovak. Mr. Novak, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, James. My name is Nick Novak. I am 24 years old, so I'm a little bit older than everybody in this call, so more experience. I'm a professional skier based out of Park City, Utah. So basically, I do flips on skis for a living, and I have a good time doing it. And honestly, James, the reason I'm here is to flip into your heart.
Oh my God.
Oh, here we go.
Oh!
Wow!
Good intro.
That's a great intro.
That was a good intro. I used to ski when I was little. I actually was very, very good at it. And then I stopped for a long time because I got into my teenage years and no longer wanted to wake up early on Saturday mornings to go with my dad, which was a massive regret. But this past winter, I actually went skiing again for the first time in over 10 years and was so scared that I had forgotten it all. I was going to
Did you ride the bunny slope?
Die. Oh, no. I went all the way to Black Diamond on my first day back. And
Wow.
As you should.
So, I mean, James, I know what we're doing this winter.
much
So
fun.
we're going skiing for sure.
Ready to go.
Risk taker.
Let's fucking ski.
It was really special. I was like crying on the way down the slope because I just kept thinking about my dad and how I wish he was there skiing with me, and it was a really cool experience for sure. So
Please take a video of it.
Again.
Did you video it?
Just video.
Yeah, it was. I did a whole Snapchat story, like literally sobbing, like flying down the
All right, let's move to Mr. Jona. Jona, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, James. You look beautiful. I'm Jona. I'm 6'4" and 20. I'm from Southern Oregon. I go to school here for psychology, but on my free time, I'm an artist. I actually did a little drawing of you for the show.
Oh my goodness.
But
oh my god! Beautiful.
I also write some poetry, and I like going outdoors. That's a really big thing for me. And I'm starting to get into modeling, and I'm trying to branch into YouTube eventually. I would really, really love to do that, but they found me through TikTok, so that's what I've been doing.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Love that.
Is that how you found all of us?
No, I mean there's people not from TikTok here, right?
Okay.
Yeah, there's some. Let's move on, Mr. Will. Go ahead and introduce yourself, William.
Hello, oh yeah, hi, hi. My name is Will Tanski. I'm 19. I am from like a tiny town in New Hampshire with like 1,000-ish people. I'm studying opera and Italian at Northwestern University in Chicago. In my free time, I enjoy hiking and writing, and obviously I sing a shitload. Yeah, I think that's most. I'm super excited to be here and like a little flustered, but like, yeah, hi, nice to meet you.
Hi. I think I may have seen your TikTok on my For You page a few days ago. So
yeah, you commented on one of my posts like yesterday, and it was like a thirst trap. So I don't know. I wasn't overwhelmed. What are you talking about? I would never.
Well, thank you so much, William. Welcome aboard the show. To the right of William, I'm just shifting things around just a little bit. Let's introduce Mr. Michael Kalwick. Michael, welcome aboard. Michael, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Howdy. Hey, James. I'm Michael. I'm 21. I'm from Austin, Texas. I grew up in Houston and also on a farm outside of Houston as well. I'm a senior at University of Texas, and then I'm planning on going to medical school. And in my free time, I like water polo and surfing.
And how tall are you?
6'4".
Jesus Christ.
I've been to Texas once before. I went to McAllen for a photo shoot for literally one day. I don't know why.
There's nothing in McAllen. I'm so sorry that you had to go
I did not book my flight. But I've always said, despite the fact that I have never actually been other than that, I've always said that if I was going to leave California and move somewhere else, it would be to Texas. So
perfect. I'll give you my address then.
All right, let's move on. Right below Mr. Novak, SojuSammy. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, James. My name is Sammy. I'm 23. I live in DC, and I'm a young professional working at one of the biggest financial institutions. And so today, I'm here to fight for your love. I'm prepared to bring the sugar, the spice, and everything rice, all right? So James,
That was a well-thought-out intro.
All right. So James, call me a visionary, but I believe you're going to be the first gay president, and I want to be your top economic advisor. And together, I know we're going to be
not the emphasis after top.
Top economic advisor.
Welcome aboard, Sammy. Thank you for being here. To the right of Sammy, we have Mr. Matt Wolfe. Matt, go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Hi, James. So my name is Matt. I am trying to be a musician and I stream. So I added on the E to be extra because all about that branding. Gotta have people look me up. What I bring to the table, I feel like you're a really good singer, honestly. And I've seen you through the years. You just keep improving. A little intimidating. But I taught myself piano. So on the night we're just hanging out, you can just be like, oh, you can know piano too. Anyway, that was my talent. But I can play piano, you can sing, could be super cute. I could harmonize with low notes. You can go up. And yeah, I also love to game, stream on Twitch. Among Us, League, Valorant, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, super happy to be here, and hopefully I get to know more about you.
Yay!
Thank you very much, Matt. Last but not least, joining us from the United States, but from the United Kingdom, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eret.
Hello there.
Your voice.
Hi, my name's Eret. My real name is Alistair. I'm from London, but I live in Los Angeles. I'm 6'3".
Jesus.
As far as I know, one of the largest LGBT streamers on Twitch.
Wow.
Big proponent for LGBT awareness and mental health awareness on the platform.
Well, that's great. That's great, Eret. Okay, James, you've met. Do you have any? If you have any follow-up questions, feel free to ask. We can always make adjustments. But if not, and you think you have an idea of who you want to eliminate first, you can go ahead and DM me, and we can start there. Now, James, think real hard here. This is based off of first impression, so if you have a follow-up question, like I said, feel free to ask it.
All
right.
I'm so sad.
No, it's okay. You're gonna have to get used to it, James, because you're gonna be eliminating 9 people. Isn't that right, Will?
That's right. There can only be one in the end.
There can only be one, and nobody's gonna take it, personal, because they knew what they were getting into. So, James, if you would, unless you have a follow-up question, DM me who you would like to eliminate from the show on Discord. You can think about it, too, for a second.
Okay, let me just really...
Yeah, think about it.
Examine the room.
I'm going to pass it to Will for just a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Make sure that resets.
Are we all supposed to just stay quiet?
It feels like that intense moment on the bathroom.
Like
the
running to my head. James, if we could ask you a question, what are you looking for in a partner? Like, what do you want from us?
Can you guys still hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Oh, great. Are we live, or is the stream over with Will?
We are very live.
We're live. Very live.
Great. Well, I just didn't know. I just needed to clarify, I feel like for me, I've been through a lot of different, never an actual relationship, but a lot of things that were in my head what was leading towards a relationship, when in reality I was being used the whole time or just being taken advantage of, which obviously really, really sucks. And I feel like for me,
relate to that.
Yeah, especially when I first started hooking up with guys, meeting new people. I was really into only supermodels and stuff, which was lovely. And a lot of you guys are all handsome in this room anyway, so that doesn't even matter. But I feel like now more than anything, after, just failing time and time again, for me, I really value personality and just somebody who's outgoing and is going to make me feel taken care of more than anything. I was saying before I joined into the Zoom call with you guys, I obviously have a very, very, very busy schedule, but I am a huge advocate and believer for always making time for friends and family and the people that you care about. So for me, it's all about somebody who's willing to put in the effort. A lot of people here are long distance, so potentially get on a plane and just really make that time to spend together in person and just have a really, fun experience. I like somebody who can make me laugh all the time. I like somebody who can keep me entertained. And it's definitely important for me that somebody is not necessarily in my world, because I, would not want to necessarily date somebody in the makeup community, but somebody that understands the social media world, trends, TikToks, references and stuff, or else I feel like I wouldn't have a lot to talk about with somebody. So I feel like those are the top things that I'm looking for in a partner, if that makes sense.
All right, James. Well, your camera went dead.
I know. Hold on. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. You're good. James has made his choice, and we're going to go one by one and say who's safe first. And then there will be a bottom 3. So, excuse me, you may not be safe. Let's start with Lorenzo. Lorenzo, you're safe. Congratulations.
Oh, bless up. Thank you, James. Thank you.
Troy?
I don't want to hear while you do this.
Troy, you are also safe. Congratulations.
What?
Yeah, you're safe. You're safe. Why are you shocked? Troy, that's not good. You gotta have some confidence. Troy, you're safe. Colin Smoke. Wow. You are also safe. Congratulations. Mr. Novak, you are in the bottom 3. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Jona, you're safe.
Oh, the God.
Will, you are in the bottom 3. I'm sorry.
Okay, great. Look at us go.
One more person left in the bottom 3.
Wow, I don't think I like this part.
And that is, well, let's figure it. Matt, you're safe. Congratulations.
I hate this.
Sammy, you are also safe. Congratulations. The last person in the bottom 3 is between Mr. Eret and Mr. SojuSammy.
No.
Oh, excuse me, not SojuSammy. Between Eret and Mr. Michael. Excuse me. And that person in the bottom 3 is Mr. Michael. Eret, you're safe. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, now, James, this is what we do. We allow each one of these men to redeem themselves, if they'd like. Let's start with Mr. Will. If you were chosen to be eliminated, why shouldn't he eliminate you?
Well, I think I came on here just because, I don't know, like, you are the kind of person that I'd love to have in my life, because obviously, like, you're stunning, but you also just have such, like, a kind presence. Obviously, you're so ambitious and driven, and, like, just such an extraordinary person, and that's the kind of person that I would love to, like, surround myself with in my life. And I don't need anything from you, and I like, besides you, to be you. And so I would love to get to know you better. And yeah, so and that's all I have to say.
Thank you. Mr. Novak, go ahead and defend yourself.
Okay, James, I mean, I'm sad to be in the bottom 3. I mean, so early, but I think that I can bring something that really nobody else in this call can really bring for you. I have a unique perspective being a professional athlete. I've traveled the world. I'm grounded. I also was on the junior national team for trampoline, and I know you just got a nice trampoline, so I'll be happy to give you some private lessons. So I think that I'm somebody that you should keep around and spend some time with.
Michael.
Well, James, you know, besides, I work a lot in social media and stuff, but besides that, a few years ago, we had a little altercation at the Malibu Country Mart, and I kind of just wanted to give you a second chance at redeeming yourself.
What?
On that little...
What?
Yeah, do you remember, James, when you almost ran me over on a crosswalk?
What?
I think you were, yeah, in Malibu.
I don't... James, do you remember that?
No,
No?
Sorry, James, I've never heard of you.
I'm shocked.
It was
James
probably
is
my
a
fault, I
fantastic
admit.
driver, James.
Definitely, I first of all never drive in the first place. My assistant is always the one in the vehicle. The last time that I drove, I literally got in a car accident. So
the same day, or
no.
All right, well, it's time to send one of them to safety.
I'm so scared right now.
Will, you're safe. Congratulations.
Lovely.
The person getting eliminated from the show first is the end of the road for Mr. Michael. I'm sorry, you have been eliminated on Lover Host today. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. James, what led to your decision?
Well, for sure, it was the Malibu crosswalk.
Don't say that.
You remembered.
No, I didn't know anything.
Mr. Michael, I'm sorry you have been eliminated from the show.
Good.
It is the end of the road. However, James, it's now time to reveal whether he chose love or host. Before the show began, he had an option, and he chose love.
Oh.
That's right.
Wow.
All right.
I'm sorry that I almost potentially may or may not have allegedly.
I love the lawyer speak. The lawyer speak. I may or may not have.
Be careful.
Amazing.
So well trained, James. So well trained. Michael, it's the end of the road. You've been eliminated from Lover Host. Please shout out your channel.
On Instagram, just Michael_Kalwick.
Thank you very much, Michael.
And thank you for talking to me, James. Nice
to meet you, or nice to see you again, I guess.
All right. Thank you, Michael. All right, give it up for yourselves. You made it this far. See, James, that wasn't so hard, was it?
No, that was terrible.
What do you mean?
James, this is what you're here for. Don't feel bad. We all know what we're
You
here
have to
for.
do that 8 more times.
James, was Michael trying to find love, or was he trying to sue you? I mean, we're here for love.
It sounded like a sister suit to me.
Yes.
I do remember I did go to the Malibu Fair with some friends last year, and it was literally one of the worst ideas ever. I do not remember any altercations in the car, but I went with, I think, it was myself and a few other social media friends, and we showed up to the fair all with like hoodies on. You could not tell who we were and stuff, like sunglasses, but people figured it out right away, and we were in the line for tickets, and it quickly became literally the scariest thing that's ever happened. Like, people always ask in interviews, like, what's your scariest fan experience? The Malibu Fair was it, because there was like 500 people all like surrounding us in every single direction, and security had to literally come in and carry us out above the crowd.
Wait,
Wow.
they carry
Okay,
you
so
out?
what
How did
he's
they
saying
carry
is
you? Well,
what he's saying is he's skinny.
Yeah.
Crowd surfing.
James, I have a question for you.
Go
Actually.
ahead, Matt, please.
So, like, whenever you go out with friends, do you normally like always have to have bodyguards on hand, or are there like some secluded spots where you can just like relax with your friends and not worry about fans bombarding you?
I usually don't bring security with me to most places. My assistant that works for me full time is a very, very, very large, tall, beefy Hawaiian man. So he kind of doubles as my security guard whenever I need it, for any events or stuff, for any appearances. But for the most part, we usually just go out and are usually fine, to be honest. Like, I meet a lot of fans. I love meeting people on a daily basis, but for the most part, people are usually pretty respectful. The only time where it sometimes gets a little bit difficult is at restaurants, but a lot of the times my team, my manager, or my assistant will just call ahead of time, letting them know that we're coming, and they'll usually make sure that our table is in a secluded area or has a security guard near there, just in case anything gets too hectic.
Okay, so...
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
So that leads me into my first question for the cast. I want to know, in a situation where maybe a sister gets a little too crazy around James and you're with him, what would be your reaction? How would you handle it if you were with James and somebody crossed the boundaries a little bit too far? And how would you handle that situation?
I'm a diffuser.
So I mean, one of our key things. Oh, so go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, for one, I'm 6'4" and I'm pretty strong, but that's not the point. I'm a diffuser, so I don't really like conflict. So when there is conflict, I try to resolve it with my words. But just like, I don't know, treating people like you have to. I feel like a big problem with that is that like they remove people as people and they treat them as like idols, and you just have to remind them that like this is a person that you're treating this way. So trying to diffuse it in that way, like, hey, you need to treat this person how you would want to be treated.
All right. Now, is there anybody here that would just kick their ass? Is there anybody?
I mean, it depends on the
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Don't do that.
I'm just kidding.
Like
straight up attack James. I gotta stand up for my mans, all right? I might be small, but I'm scrappy.
All right.
I mean, like, even if that's how like we handled things, like so I live in Pittsburgh now, but I grew up in Philadelphia, and even if that's what Philadelphia is known for, like roughing people up, I think it's important that like a lot of these people, right? They may not even be trying to disrespect James's boundaries, right? And I think just respectfully de-escalating the situation and making sure that James isn't uncomfortable with the interaction, and just respecting everyone who's involved, and making sure that everything is okay and everything gets resolved peacefully and everything's good if it can be resolved in that manner.
I mean, honestly, I think one thing that we have to realize is that, to be completely transparent, James is more comfortable in this situation than probably any of us has been. He's had to deal with crazy people, crazy fans all the time. But most of the time, when somebody's coming up super excited and they're being a little bit overbearing, it's coming from a place of excitement. It's somebody that adores James. It's somebody that wants to be like him. It's somebody that really, really respects him. And I think that you have to lead every situation with that. Okay, this person loves him, he respects him, he wants to be there. acknowledge that, be that what it may, but you also have to make sure that James and everybody else in this situation is comfortable as well. So I think it's just managing that situation piece by piece.
I agree insofar as like it's important to respect everyone involved, but I also think that like if it does cross a boundary where James is uncomfortable, right, then it just changes the whole dynamic of the situation, right? Even if it's coming from a good place, people can do really shitty things from a really good place.
Eret?
100%.
You know,
I want the people that haven't answered yet. So Troy, go ahead.
But I feel like you should really educate them, because at the same time, they don't know what James is going through. And I feel like if James ever wants to step out of his house, he doesn't want to be like trampled by fans. I feel like he just wants to chill, be like everyone else.
Guys, James is right there. You could ask.
No, but James, literally, like, I can't even imagine what you must go through. I mean, leaving the house must be so difficult sometimes, because I think that people just get the wrong perception of you. I think you're so amazing, and what you do for me and the gay community is just beyond anyone that can explain. It's literally.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Literally, you as a person have been doing so much more than any politician in the world combined.
You hear that, sister?
I just want to.
Let's go to Lorenzo. Go ahead,
James
Lorenzo.
2024.
Me.
Yeah, you, Lorenzo.
That is a really hard question in a sense, because whatever you do to that person it won't fall onto me or fall automatically onto James. Because if you had to lash out violently, it falls onto James. Who's James dating? Who's he hanging out with?
Exactly.
I mean, I'd automatically think of the social media and what they would do and how they can twist it. And for me personally, what I would do, I think I would just step in front of James and just stand still. And if they want to do anything, they can. I mean, they can do it to me, but
you just be a human shield.
There's not much you can do.
Yeah.
But otherwise, that's a really hard situation, because they can come on from all angles and they can just. But I don't know. It's a hard one.
Who hasn't gone yet?
See in the moment.
Oh, sorry, Lorenzo. Sorry. Soju, you've gone, haven't you?
Well, I said like I'm small but I'm scrappy, but jokes aside, like my role in this situation isn't as his security guard. It's going to be as his boyfriend, right? And so James at that point is going to want someone he can confide in, who he can feel comfortable around. So my main issue isn't with the fan. It's to make sure that James is feeling comfortable. And so I'm going to communicate with you, James, and make sure that you're all right in that situation as well.
Okay. Matt?
I feel like...
Oh, William, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. I feel like coming on today, I mean, obviously, like, you are, like your face is known. And it's sort of like, it's really easy to forget. I don't know, it's easy to dehumanize someone that sort of like becomes a cultural symbol in and of themselves. And I feel like that's part of the reason why people tend to overcross boundaries, because I don't know, like it's easy to see people that you see everywhere as an archetype instead of a person. And I feel like it's, I don't know, obviously like you would know better than I, but I think in any situation like that, I would try, at least initially, just to like remind someone that that you and the people around you are people, not like images, like and that you're living a real life, and that the people, if they like you and respect you and they want to speak to you, then that has to come from a place of recognizing that it is a person that they're looking up to.
Thank you, Will.
And I feel like
Eret, let's go.
Yeah. So like it's a fan situation. They're of course very, very excited to see you. And so you've got to try to deal with it with kindness. Maybe you can turn it around, make it look good public face wise. And maybe make their day in some way, shape or form. But if they do, I imagine most people in this situation will be a bit understanding. You tell them, hey, you're going a bit far. Would you mind not doing this? And you'd hope that they would go, oh shit, I'm so sorry. And they'd hopefully back down a little bit, because I'd think like most people aren't insane. Some people are. In most situations, they're going to be understanding.
Matt, have you answered? I think you're the last one.
Sort of, but I feel like at the end of the day, I don't want it to be some like kind of like third-party communication between us. And like communication is so important in a relationship. And I feel like just like us looking at each other, it's like if you're really in a sense like a spot of danger, like I could handle what was going on, but you yourself said you like meeting your fans. So I wouldn't want to like just scenario someone's coming up to you. I wouldn't want to immediately be like, hey, back off. Like, no, what if they just want to meet you? Like, you know, so like, if you looked really scared, then I'd definitely jump in if you gave me that look, if you said something. But I wouldn't want to overstep my boundaries and act as if like I'm some all-important block between you and meeting people you might want to meet.
James. Yeah. Also, a lot of the sisters are like 13 years old. You're not going to like drop kick a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Sorry, James.
James, how would you want that situation handled? Everybody answered, but how would you want it handled?
Okay, so I liked a few of the different answers. The thing is, like I said, I do love meeting my fans, and it makes me so happy to meet people, give people hugs, take selfies. But at the same time, there is a level of care that you need to take, because I know, like Lorenzo mentioned, it is a public figure type of situation, and in a boyfriend role, no matter what that person does, it does fall back on me. So I love that you said that, because as annoying as that is, it is completely true. So you have to be really, really careful, because there are definitely some times, like Eret mentioned, where people can, as little or young as they may be, get actually really, really crazy and stuff. And I know, like Matt just mentioned, it really is like a look, and my friends all know it. We actually have a code word for fans, which I won't say live on here because then people would figure it out, but we have something that my friends and I do say to each other, if something, or basically, like, for me, meeting fans is like a sixth sense. So I know when I'm being stared at, I know when I'm being followed, I know when there is, a car driving slower than normal. I can tell when somebody's talking about me under their breath and stuff. And as weird as that sounds, it is something that you start to pick up, but all my best friends have started to really gain that as well. So I feel like it's really addressing the situation kind of one by one, but there are some times as well, despite the fact that you always want to be nice and it is reflecting back on you, you do need to stand up and make sure that you are setting a certain standard and not letting people walk all over you. There's many different times where obviously I can't say things because it will come across as rude, but somebody at my table or my sister or my friend, or it's happened once or twice with a guy that I've been on a date with that does need to say, like, hey, we're at dinner, it's really inappropriate to be taking photos or to be asking for photos constantly. We would love to say hello as soon as we're done, or something in that type of situation. And most of the time, like Eret said, people are pretty respectful and are willing to hear that and understand that, but sometimes there are unfortunately crazy situations where it does need to be de-escalated. But it really is about addressing it kind of case by case.
All right, James, you've heard from all the guys, the timer has already ticked for the second round. Everybody gave a monologue, I think, of answers for that, which is good.
We care.
Everybody cares. But James, it is unfortunately time to make another elimination.
Right. Pretend one of these men is now an unruly fan and eject
eject us from this situation.
Okay.
I know it's going to be tough. All right. The decision's been made. Unfortunately,
I hate this. I don't like doing that.
Unfortunately, it's the end of the road for one person in here.
Do not hate this.
Lorenzo, you're safe.
Bless you. Once again, thank you, James. I get so stressed.
Troy, you are also safe. Congratulations. Every time Troy gets safe, he acts like he's so surprised.
No, but like, you don't understand. I'm like sweating on my palms.
Colin, you're safe.
Oh my god. Thank you.
Jona, you are in the bottom three. SojuSammy, you are safe. Matt, you're also safe. Eret, you're safe.
Hello.
MisterNovak and Will, both of you are in the bottom three. Let's start with Mr. Novak. This is the second time you've been in the bottom three.
I know, it has.
Go ahead and defend yourself, sir.
Will and I are veterans at this point. James, I think, despite not having a large following, I travel the world and I ski in very, very different places. I interact with a lot of different people. I feel like I'm very good at picking up on different situations and understanding the read of the room. I know you being a huge personality, it does bring up a lot of complications in your life. And part of, us being here is being able to handle those complications. I'm pretty sure I would do well in that suit. I'm good at reading the room, I'm outgoing, and I hope that you'll keep me around.
All right. Mr. Novak.
Yes, I just went.
Oh, God.
All right. Will.
No, hold on.
Sorry.
Okay.
Well, I'm so sorry, James. This LA product is a little bit harsher than the rest of the... Never mind. All right, who's Jona? Go ahead.
Okay, well, I know you said you like outgoing guys, and I might not necessarily seem that way, but I'm kind of in a situation that's really new for me. This is all happening really quickly, and even though it seems like I might be a little bit more reserved, I promise that would change in a more comfortable environment. I feel like we have a lot in common, like genuinely. I don't know you very well, but I would really like to get to know you, and I've seen your personality online, and I feel like we would really mash well, and we have a lot of shared interests, and potentially I have a similar career aspiration in the field of YouTube. I'm going to try to get into that when I can. But yeah, I feel like we would get along. At the very least, we would be very good friends. Very least.
Will, this is Will.
Hey, Will, from one Will to the other, you're in the bottom three. Earlier, you mentioned you were an opera singer, correct?
Yeah, I am.
Well, I mean, in an effort to save yourself, do you think you'd maybe do a little opera for us?
I could do my best. Should I explain why I should be saved in opera?
No, just maybe sing opera.
Sing and then do the explanation.
Or I could do both.
Well,
Okay,
you've
okay.
you've already explained yourself, right? So I mean, you could.
Oh, well, there's more than one reason. What should we do? I could do an aria from La Rondine by Giacomo Puccini. All right. So the setting. His lover is a prostitute. And she doesn't want to dishonor him by marrying him because she's like, I would piss off your mom. And he's like, no, come live with me. And he sings, Dimmi che vuoi seguirmi alla mia casa, che intorno a un orto faccia la collina, che si risveglia il sole la mattina ed è piena la serra d'ombre.
All right.
Okay, another explanation. So I think one of the biggest reasons why, I don't know, I have a 9-year-old sister who absolutely adores you. That was the first time I heard of you was through her. So I know how excited fans of yours can get about it, and I know how hyper your fans can get as a concept. And I've wrangled enthusiastic younger people before, as the counselor and things. So I don't know, I think I would be, in this specific situation and just in general, I don't think that I would be ill-suited to this, just because I know how to deal with energetic people. I'm one myself. And I think, I don't know, loving someone enough to tell them to stop doing something wrong is something that I have grown skilled at.
Definitely.
All right, James.
Yes.
Do you want to change your answer, or are you still locked in?
No, I'm still locked in.
All right, I'm going to send one of them to safety. And that first person that is safe is Jona. You're safe. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Will and Mr. Novak, one of you is getting eliminated from the show. And that person is Mr. Novak. You're safe. Well, it's the end of the road. I'm sorry. You have been eliminated from the show despite your beautiful singing. James, what led to your decision?
For me, Will, I can tell that you are such a sweetheart, which I absolutely love. But to be completely honest, I love somebody who is a little bit more sarcastic. I like very much banter back and forth type of humor. I want of course I love somebody who's very, very sweet and stuff and knows when to compliment me. But at the same time, I love a good morning text from my best friends or a boyfriend being like, "Good morning, bitch. Let's go get breakfast" or something. And I feel like you are a little bit, I hate to say this because it's not a negative thing, but a little bit too nice.
I'm not
You're
upset.
so being
It's
mean,
fine.
jeez.
I'm fine. James, I'm not going to cry. What are you talking about?
Well, unfortunately, it's the end of the road. But before you depart, please, we'd love for you to shout out your channel.
Oh, what channel? Oh, TikTok. On TikTok, I'm W Tanski. On Instagram, I'm WJ Tanski.
Will, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Give it up for Will.
Austin.
Will Tansky,
So nice to meet you.
Austin, you never told him if you chose love or host.
Oh, God, I'm sorry. I dropped the
do
ball.
I say it?
No, I'll say it. I got it.
Oh, okay.
Will had an option to choose between love and host before the show began. I forget that at least one time a show.
Yeah.
One time. This is the one time. Will had an option to choose between love and host before the show began, and he chose love.
Aww.
It's okay, Will.
All right. Have great nights, everybody.
Thank you very much, Will. Give
Bye,
it up for
Will.
Will, everybody. And also give it up for yourselves. You have made it. That's right. You have made it past 2 rounds. Nice job. Nice
I'm a
job.
bit nervous, James. Am I being too nice?
I'm like trying to be a bitch now. Like,
You gotta pipe
I'll
up.
call you whatever you want.
Like I was saying with the whole fan situation, like I said, obviously it is really, really important to be super, super nice, but at the same time, it is very, very important to sometimes be able to lay down the law and be stern in that situation and make sure that boundaries are set and nobody's uncomfortable in that. And I feel like he was very, very sweet, but I'm not sure if he would be able to,
Fair enough.
I mean,
I wouldn't be intimidated by that.
Yeah, I think one of the craziest things is like being a YouTuber. You have such a more personal type of celebrity than like normal celebrity. So people feel like they know you, they feel comfortable, and then they overstep their bounds. And I think that's just kind of ridiculous. You are a person, and they need to understand that.
So, gentlemen, I'd like to get into another interesting topic. James, you, from what I understand, you like to go on dates, right?
I've actually only been on probably like actual dates like 2, 3. I like meeting new people and hanging out, but most dates are usually here at the house, watching a movie, chilling and stuff. So
do you like the idea? Do you like the idea of going on a date at least?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, so I'd like to ask the men, if you'd be okay with it, where they would take you on a date if you were to go out.
Love that question.
Okay, so gentlemen, where would you take Mr. James Charles on a date?
This is assuming COVID's gone.
Yeah, COVID, no COVID.
Let's do a dream world situation.
Yes, a dream world situation. No COVID, no nothing. So who would like to go first?
I'll be
I'll go
happy to
first.
kick this off.
Oh, okay.
Okay, no, Novak. I went first last time. You go.
Okay, you know what? Let's do this. Let's set the scene. So let's all close our eyes for a moment.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, this again.
We're at the beach. I look to my left. I see James. We're relaxing. The sunshine. It's warm. The waves are crashing. What an ambiance. I look at you. I notice, me and you, we both got the little bit of pale skin. You're getting a little bit red. James, do you need some SPF 50? I know you do. Let me help you with that. Okay, we know. Apply. We relax. We have a cocktail. Have a good time. We close our eyes.
So,
boom.
Okay.
We're at a cottage.
Oh,
now we're at our cottage.
That's so fast.
We're getting ready for dinner. Look at us. We look nice. We're dressed to the nine. We go to a wonderful dinner. How are we at the beach and there's northern lights? We don't know, but that doesn't matter.
It's incredible.
We look up, we enjoy the view, and we enjoy each other's company. I think there's nothing better than a good drink, a good meal, and quality time spent. So I think that's the perfect
Jesus,
date for us.
did we leak the questions before the show? I mean, if you've seen the show before, we do ask this question quite a bit. All right, who's next?
That was impressive.
That was really good.
James, do you prefer romantic or fun dates?
What?
Do you prefer romantic or fun dates?
I feel like I shouldn't give.
Okay, that's
fine.
fine.
It's gonna affect everybody else's
You're
answers.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I had multiple answers, but the thing that I would probably most enjoy with you is, like I said, I can draw. I drew you. I think I did pretty well. I would love to do that in person. So what we could do is I can cook pretty well. I worked at an Italian restaurant for a while. I hope you like Italian food.
Ooh,
I can make some Italian food, keep it warm, make a little picnic. We could go get some fruit, and we could go out into a field somewhere. Like, I don't know, look something up on Google Maps and just go out to a field and bring a camera, and I could take some photos of you and draw you, and we could have a picnic there and just like relax. Just like get out of your city. I mean, you're probably spending a lot of your time in the city. So I don't know. I feel like nature would be good for you once in a while.
Did you say you were going to go pick fruit?
No. Maybe like go to the supermarket.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why. I thought he said pick fruit.
That is a good date.
No.
That is a good date, though.
We're going to get all the ingredients from a grocery store, then we're going to pick the fruit. Okay, got it. No,
No.
everything from the grocery store. Okay, great. Thank you, Jona. Eret, what about you? What's your date going to look like with James?
I myself don't have too much experience with going on dates as well. But I imagine like I'd want to spend time with you, get to know you better, more personally, and that probably involve being at home, as you say, watching a movie.
That's very. I like the simplistic approach. Have you ever had a date like that, James? Just watching a movie at home.
That's majority of them. Although it usually ends with not as much movie and.
Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, we'll have a question on that later. Colin, go ahead.
So, you mentioned that you haven't been on a lot of dates before. And the thing is, my freshman year of college, so 2 years ago, one of my really good friends from my hometown mentioned to me that she'd actually never been on a date before. And I understand the significance, having been in a couple of relationships before, how important a good first date is and how important that is to someone. And so I kind of took it upon myself to make her night special and set her up with one of my friends and set them up on a date. I made them the reservation, and I figured out a beautiful conservatory in Pittsburgh for them to go to afterwards. And they are very close to this day. And the thing is, I've always been one for, showing parts of. I think it's important to show parts of who I am through a date. And obviously, my city is a huge part of me. It's not my defining personality trait, but there's parts of Pittsburgh that are very important to me. And I think going to the incline, which if you don't know, it takes you to the top of Mount Washington. It lets you view the entire city, and the skyline is just beautiful. And you get to see this place that is so important to me. And there's a wonderful restaurant up there. And then after having dinner, we could wind back down. I'm a huge horror movie junkie. I love being scared and like curling up under blankets. And I just think it'd be a very complete and just nice night. You get a little bit of meat.
What's your favorite horror movie?
I really like The Conjuring. But Sinister is like my sleeper hit because it terrified me. I mean, no race to watch it again, but it blew me away, if that makes sense.
Sinister is my personal favorite horror movie, so good choice.
It's so good, and I don't want to spoil it, but I loved the ending in particular, how it's very different from other horror movies.
All right, you two lovebirds. I'm just kidding.
I just thought it was
Austin.
that detail.
No, I know, I got you. No, it's okay. It's okay. I want to give all the guys an opportunity. Lorenzo?
Well, I've never been on a date, so what I'd expect from it is to be personal. So I'm studying in Switzerland. So I would take you up into the mountains and watch and see the view from there and have a picnic. And since you're a public figure, I wouldn't take you to any restaurant or anything like that because you want to be personal, you want to be private. And I totally understand that. Public or not, I would like a private environment because you get to show your real personality when you're with someone you like and when you're by yourself. And then after a picnic in the mountains, definitely a movie because I love watching movies as well. And I can do anything from comedy, horror. It's good fun and all. I like it. Sci-fi, fantasy, love those.
Lorenzo, I've got a question. I've got a follow-up question for you. Would you finish the movie, do you think?
You have to finish the movie. I'm sorry.
Okay. Sorry, James. I was just wondering. I know
if
sometimes.
I haven't watched...
There's always a pause button.
Yeah.
All right. True.
All right, Troy, go ahead.
Okay, well, because I'm from Cape Town, South Africa, I think I would take you on a wine route. I think we have really good wine here, and I think when you're drunk, you start talking more about yourself. I'm not saying that you're going to get drunk. I'm just saying I'd like you to see South Africa in a whole. Yeah, you've been here before, but we have so much culture, and the people here are so diverse. And I feel like me expressing my place and my home to you is like showing you how deep and how willing I am and committed to all this. I would start off the day with you and I going to the waterfront because that's where all the tourists go. It's usually have like live shows and music, so that's quite interesting to go to. Then I would take you up to Table Mountain so you can see all the 12 apostles. The 12 apostles are like these little cliffs and they're very beautiful. Then I would go and I think we would go to Constantia. Yeah, it's a really good restaurant and they serve amazing food, like top-notch quality. And then I'd have a picnic set up for us at the beach on Clifton, watch the sunset together, and
Jeez.
All in the night.
It seems like everybody's getting you for an entire day, James.
I feel like it should be an entire day though, because I mean,
fingers crossed it's a weekend.
I mean,
no, exactly.
when you live
how
far
much
apart,
can
you
get
gotta
to
make
know
it
each
count.
other in just 3 hours. Like
that's true.
Nothing.
Hey
Like, a
James,
whole
I'm only
day.
an hour and a half flight away from you, so it's not that far.
Straight up living Los Angeles.
That's true.
So, Jude,
maybe
go
I
ahead.
can move down.
All right, so I want to do a destination date, and I want us to go to New Orleans. And the reason for that is we are going to chow down on some Raising Cane's. All right.
Yeah.
I know. Like the whole spread, all of it, all of our favorites. I'm going to get us a nice hotel room at Harrah's. We're going to have a night out where we, dance all night, listen to some Doja Cat, get to know each other. And then the rest is history. But I think that would be a really fun time.
Okay.
Matt?
So I haven't been on that many dates either, but something I've been dying to do, and maybe it's just like the romantic in me wanting to do this, but a drive-in movie. And I know that's a little basic, but I just think it'd be cute to like pitch black, watch a movie, we're cuddling, and because it's like secluded, it's kind of like we're at home, but it's also we're going out for the date. And I'm not the biggest fan of horror movies, but with someone it would be more bearable. So I'd definitely be holding you rather tightly if we did that. But I'd be open to seeing a horror movie. But I do think that'd be super enjoyable. And then I do have a license. I know a lot of people in the community don't drive, so I could drive us around afterwards.
Great.
Okay, James.
Happy to give your assistant a day.
Do you have any follow-up questions, James, at all?
I have one question that I definitely want to ask, but I think it's a good question for a following round.
Okay. Well, if you can make your decision, it's time. It's the end of the round. It's time to make another decision. Time to make another choice.
You know what I forgot to say?
Yeah.
James,
What?
you can do an escape room.
That's true.
Nobody included that.
Do it.
Nobody included that in their. Oh, so okay. So if I was to say what my ideal date would definitely be. I have to say, start off with an escape room for sure. I feel like I'm definitely not the type of person that loves to just like sit down and talk about myself, or like I like to get to know somebody through experiences and through their mannerisms and through their references and their vocabulary and stuff like that. Like I just don't have the patience or like the brain capacity to sit there and do like a Q&A type of session. Like that's just very not me. So I definitely love to like I said, learn how somebody acts or how somebody is through experience. I feel like escape rooms are really great. Not only are they fun for me because I love strategical thinking, puzzles, challenges and stuff, but it also really tests how like communication skills and how well you're able to work with somebody. Like I've definitely had a lot of strong friendships that have ended poorly after escape rooms because they do, as cheesy as that sounds, like it really does reveal how you can work with somebody, how a partnership could work in the future. Then I would definitely want to do a dinner, probably like a cute moment. Love me a Raising Cane's option, but the furthest one for me is like an hour away in LA. My favorite restaurants would definitely have to be.
Love you.
He's got his view ready.
It's so good. And then probably after the dinner, it would be probably a movie, like a lot of people suggested. Yeah.
Well, James, I'm so excited for us to go to my first escape room ever. I haven't been yet, so I'm really excited for you to show me the ropes.
James?
Do I have to make my decision now, Austin?
Yes, it is. It is time to make your decision.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on, wait. Hold on. Give me one more second.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
As Monka S's fly through the chat.
Okay. Well, I have to pee so badly.
Yeah,
so
go
I would
pee.
love if you would do this elimination with me not here.
Yes, sure.
A likely story.
Wait, James.
I really do have to pee
when
so
we get
badly.
to the bottom, I'll get them all in the bottom
peeing.
three, and then after that, you'll probably be back.
I'll be back in 3 seconds.
Okay, go ahead. Lorenzo. You sang. No, it feels like the American Idol eliminations. Lorenzo.
I like the Survivor.
You're safe. Congratulations, Lorenzo.
Thank you. Thanks. Oh, James is gone now. But...
He'll be back.
Troy.
Yeah.
You are in the bottom 3. Colin. You're safe. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Austin.
Don't thank me.
Yeah.
Don't thank me. Thank Cash App.
Thank you for delivering the good news.
Thank Cash App. Who's the title sponsor of today's broadcast. Chat, always have your cash tags ready. You never know when Cash App may be around to drop you some cold hard cash. Also, this broadcast is brought to you by Dream! !Dream in the chat. ! Dream. It's a streetwear apparel brand with a higher purpose. 20% of all proceeds go towards mental health awareness. Soju.
Ever times.
Welcome back. Soju, you are safe. Congratulations.
Theodore, hey, stop chewing on that. No, stop chewing on that.
Dog cam.
Can you stay in here with us, please?
Theodore,
Get the dog out.
Yeah.
Theodore absolutely is in the bottom.
Mr. Novak.
God, sorry, you guys.
You are in the bottom 3. I'm sorry. Is your volume getting lower?
What?
Technically.
Sorry. Mr. Matt. I'll get back to you. Jona and Eret, you are safe. Matt, you are in the bottom 3.
Okay.
Brings us to our bottom 3. We have Troy, Mr. Novak, and Mr. Matt. Please tell Sister James. Never mind. I know James. Sorry. Tell James why you should not be eliminated.
You know what? I'll, step in here being the veteran of the bottom 3. James, I know that maybe I've not quite held your attention as much as I could. I just want you to know that I might be in the bottom 3, but I'll definitely take you to the top of the mountain, if you know what I'm saying. I would be happy to show you a good time here in Utah, or even you show me a good time back in LA. I hope that you'll keep me in the show and that we can continue this discourse, and fingers crossed that I'll be able to give you those private lessons on your trampoline.
Matt?
Well,
go ahead, Troy. No, go ahead, Troy.
No. Okay. Well, first of all, I'm a really introvert person, and a lot of people don't know about that about me. But I think that's the reason why you should keep me, because you don't know anything about me. I could surprise you with a really good question and a really good answer to that question. And it might just change your whole perspective on me as a whole person. I think you are a completely awesome person, regardless of how this ends off. And I think that if you'd like to keep me, I think that's something that you would have to make. So,
okay. Thank you, Troy.
Thanks.
Matt?
Reasons to keep me. Honestly, escape rooms do entertain me. I've never been. I've always wanted to be. I feel like I've kind of been in one, and I have a really short story. I went to a haunted house once with my friends, divided us into 2 groups, and this was terrifying, but this woman was chasing us around and we were running, and then she screams, and I think this is allowed to say. I hope I'm allowed to say this. But they said in the haunted house, so but she was like,
careful. Careful, I don't know what it is, but just
okay.
Just maybe don't say it. Just in case. I don't know what it's
okay, she said something that I feel like shouldn't be said in a haunted house, and we all just kind of were like, and that is one of my most memorable memories, and I feel like, I don't know, I always think about that, and it just makes me appreciate horror because of that, and I do like the real life horror things more, so I think that'd be fun to do with you, considering you have experience with it, and I know nothing about it. And you get to see my true colors, like you said.
All right. Here we go. The decision has been made. One of you is going to be safe, And that person is Mr. Novak. Take a load off. You are safe. Congratulations.
Okay, love you guys. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick. Thanks.
Yeah, sure. Between Troy and Matt, the person getting eliminated from the show is Troy. It's been a great ride. And you are safe! Congratulations! Matt, it is the end of the round! You are eliminated from the show.
You played me with that.
I did. I do that all the time. Poor Troy. Matt, you
That's so rude. You have no idea.
You have been eliminated from the show. Matt?
It'd be like that.
James,
I need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, go ahead. What led to your decision, James?
Well, okay, so I was just trying to think of like the dates and stuff and just personalities and stuff. And Matt, I think you're very, very sweet, but I'm not sure if we'd necessarily be the best personality match.
That's fair.
That's all.
Perfect. Well, James, before the show began, he had an opportunity to choose between love and host. And he chose. He chose host! Oh my, Matt!
Get out of here.
Get out.
Yo, James, your first one of the day. Matt! Oh my!
I had my reasons.
Okay, Matt. Well,
I told you my intuition was good.
Matt, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it.
I want to thank you, Austin, for giving me the chance, and James, it was super fun to meet you. I had a lot of fun. So I hope you find someone that's not an imposter like me. To the remaining guys. But yeah, super fun. Thank you.
All
yeah,
right.
of course.
Matt, thank you so much. Shout out your channel.
Matt Wolfe, Yet Under Both on everything. Yes.
All right. Take care,
All
Matt.
right.
Spotify.
See ya.
Bye-bye now. That's Matt Wolfe, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up. Give it up, James. Look at all. Give it up for yourself. You guys have survived. You guys have survived. Now, James, I feel like last round you said you had a question that you wanted to ask the cast this time. You think it would be good for this round? Did you forget it?
Yeah. No, I know what the question is. I'm trying to. I have a fun.
Go for it. Go for it.
I feel like while we're still on the subject of the day, it will be interesting to hear from the other two that were in the bottom three that are still here, and take a guess as to why they could have been placed in the bottom three.
Ooh, interesting. Troy? Oh, Matt, or whoever wants to go first. Troy, go ahead.
First. Yep. I feel like you didn't understand that I also like horror movies. I feel like everyone likes to get a good scare. My favorite horror movie is Hereditary because it like plays with your mind a lot. And
it's a great
ending is
movie.
So scary.
Hereditary is
Oh
good.
my gosh, the mom scared the living hell out of me. I watched it 3 times and I still can't go through it. But also, I think you wanted a bit more excitement. I feel like my culture isn't. I didn't.
No, that's definitely
No. The culture's good.
No. Your
but I
culture's
wanna-
beautiful.
Okay, then shoot. I don't know what I did wrong. Maybe the beach was a bit too corny. I think maybe.
I don't
then-
drink.
Oh, okay.
So the idea of going on a winery
No, then
and
instead of the
getting
wine
drunk-
route, rather we should then go and do like a safari run. Since we have all the money in the world, because they said there's no limitations, we should rather go on a safari run and check out all the wildlife because we have a really awesome wildlife. And I don't think you have elephants in America.
Well, we do. We just got them from you guys. We just shipped.
Oh, thank God! Stealing all our elephants. Why don't you?
Yeah, they swam.
While we're on the topic of elephants, can I share a really fun fact real quick? I've never had this opportunity to share this in front of people before. Did you know that when elephants look at people, right, the same part of their brain lights up as lights up in our brains when we look at puppies? So elephants think that we are as cute as we think puppies are.
I didn't know
which
that.
I think is adorable.
Yeah. That's such an interesting fact. I had no
Sorry,
idea.
Anyway.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Colin.
We'll definitely go see elephants.
All right, Mr. Novak, Nick, what do you think
So-
you did wrong? What put you in the bottom 3?
One, I think I kind of approached the question wrong. So since I've been here, I felt like this connection with James. So when I assumed this wasn't a first date. I assumed that this was a date weekend that we had with each other. We went on a short trip. We had the time of our lives together. And I mean, I guess I did bring up the fact that, you know, maybe we'd have a cocktail at the beach, a cocktail with the sunset, with our beautiful, you know, northern lights, you know, looking at the view. What I have to realize is that maybe, considering that, you know, we don't know each other super well, I should have picked maybe a little bit more of an activity-based date, one that where our personalities could definitely vibe. So knowing that now, I mean, I would definitely take James skiing, and I would love to just explore the mountain with him show me what he has.
You had such a good opportunity with the skiing.
I know, but that's the thing is, first date, love to take you skiing. I was looking too far in the future. I'm sorry.
Okay,
James.
You know,
James.
now I know.
Yes.
Did they get it right? Did they guess right? What the reason why they were in the bottom 3?
Well, I mean, I told Troy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to tell me. I didn't get the whole.
I would say Nick's interpretation is relatively there. I definitely love it. For me, like, obviously a date can be amazing and you never want it to end, but also unfortunately I've definitely had a lot of different dates where somebody's made me uncomfortable or I didn't love 100%. It and stuff. Not saying that you are, but I don't know about like a full necessary like trip. So this could be a good note for you too. A full trip could be something that would be a lot for the first time meeting somebody, just because if it doesn't work out or something, you're kind of trapped. And also, I love a good little. I love an adventure, love everything, but a full day in nature might be a little bit much for a homebody.
Sweetie, I don't hike. I don't camp. That's not my vibe. So don't worry about that.
Okay.
But sorry, I was looking into the future. I wasn't thinking first date, but don't worry. Well, I got a good thing planned.
So James.
Sorry, James.
Oh, go ahead, Lorenzo.
Sorry, James, I got a question for you. Since you say you don't drink, if you were to date someone that does drink, how would that work for you? Would you mind them drinking, or would they just have to have their limitations when it comes to drinking?
Great question. I don't care at all what other people do. Literally, I'm the only one in my friend group who does not drink. Everybody else drinks. I literally was at dinner last night and took shots. So I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people that's like, I've never had a sip of alcohol. Like, alcohol is a sin. Like, I definitely will casually drink with friends and will take shots if it's a special occasion and stuff. I just don't. I really don't like people who can't handle their alcohol or who just get uncontrollably drunk or who are loud when they're drunk. That's the worst to me. So for me, I'm not against anybody that drinks. I have no problem with it. The same goes for smoking. It's just not necessarily my thing, and I just really love when people. I guess I've met a lot of people who drink all the time or who smoke all the time, and it's very much like they rely on those type of things to be social, to have a personality, or like to interact with other people, and that's what I really don't love. So I have no problem with social drinking, but I definitely would be a problem if it was somebody's, you know, everyday activity.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. I respect that.
So James, I feel like these guys, they were talking amongst each other before the show began for about an hour and a half. They were getting to know each other, and they may even know themselves better than you. So my question to them, and this is a competition, this is a competitive environment. Of course. So what I'd like to know from you gentlemen is, after getting to know each other, who do you think here, no hard feelings of course, is the worst choice for James Charles today?
Okay, I'm sorry to do this. Troy, you know what I'm going for.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're going. I'm a student.
Big in high school. Maybe
he's not in, hold on, no. He's not in high school. You are 19 years old, right?
Oh, thank God.
James,
he is in high school.
James, but the schooling system must be because in 19 in the U.S. you're not in high school anymore.
No, definitely not. Yeah.
You're out of high school, so you're in college at 19. So I don't know if it's just the difference in the
Troy,
system.
Did you fail a class
it's the difference
or two?
in education system, yeah.
Yeah, it's a difference in education. Yeah. So anyway, okay. Thank you, Nick. We clarified that. Trust me. We made sure.
That's just how
James.
He
we checked
introduced that
IDs
to us
before we
that
got
way,
here. All right. Troy, you were chosen by Nick. Who do you think is the worst choice?
Well, I'm gonna go back to Nick because gymnastics can get a bit overwhelming sometimes. I wouldn't want to get up at 8 a.m. just to do a few stretches and all that stuff. Like,
oh, sweetheart, I'm pretty sure he wants me to wake him up at 8 a.m.
This is the second time you've said
I sometimes would enjoy like to sleep in rather than having to work out 24/7. I feel like that break day is needed sometimes.
Yeah. That's fair. Granted, I will let you know that my current sport is a night sport, so we usually compete at night.
Interesting.
Well, then nighttime is when you sleep, actually.
Okay.
Nighttime is when you actually have fun and sleep. But
Oh my god. Okay, next.
I think that the people who have probably the worst match with you are people who don't have creative aspirations or aren't familiar with social media. I'm not going to pick specifics, but there's only a few of us in here that are like
We would
are
like
both
you to
familiar.
pick a specific.
Jonah, that's the point.
Okay, damn. Okay, fine. Mr.
Sorry,
Novak,
go ahead.
probably.
Go for it.
Mr. Novak probably. I mean, he's not really in social media. He is a little bit, but not really his main aspiration is he's in athletics, which is totally fine. That's a good aspiration, but I don't think it fits very well. Also, you're not on the same side of the country, I don't think.
I'm actually less than I could be in LA in 2.5 hours.
I could be in LA in an hour and a half.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding, but
It's a race.
the rules of the race. I will be there. I will be there by 5.
Jake, you have to wait a while for me. I must say. So.
What?
Also, I'm
You have
pretty
to
sure
wait a
he's
while
below
for
6
me.
foot, right?
I am.
Nick, how tall are you?
5'11".
Yeah, see?
5'11". Sorry.
Sorry, that's only 2 inches taller than you.
Oh my god. Wait, Lorenzo, what did you say? I couldn't hear you.
Sorry, I was saying they were talking about flight times, and I was saying you'd have to wait a while for me if it came down to flights. It's whatever.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, because he lives all the way. Yeah, it's a little. How long of a flight? It's like 18 hours, isn't it?
To America, I have no idea, but to Europe, altogether, it's like 24 hours travel.
to fly to South Africa, it's 27 hours.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, if you make a stop, yeah.
That's like flying to China. That's the worst.
Like a day and a half.
Lorenzo, who do you think would be the least desirable choice for James? And again, this isn't the worst person on the cast. It's just maybe the most incompatible, right? That's what this question's about.
Well, I don't personally know James, and I don't personally know the rest of the people on here, so I can't really judge completely, but I would say Mr. Novak as well. Eh? I don't know. I feel like it just you guys wouldn't suit. I mean, from what I can see, but I'm always wrong and I always can be wrong. So yeah,
that's fair.
I'm not always wrong, but yeah.
So hold on a minute. I think the easy move here would be to dogpile on Mr. Novak. But the thing is, earlier we were talking about, how James mentioned that he needs someone he can gel with. He can really, get into, just have fun with, get teased back and forth, have a very fun and sarcastic relationship with. I just think that, if anything, right, Nick has demonstrated that, he has that spark. But I also think that it's a little bit hypocritical for Jona to throw that stone.
Oh.
Because you are a self-proclaimed, very quiet, introverted person. And also, you pointed out that Nick...
I'm chill, I'm extroverted, but I'm chill.
Nothing wrong with being introverted. I'm introverted myself. But you are very quiet, right? And you said you're very soft. And there's nothing wrong with that. Got a lot of love for you, Jona. But I also feel like you also said that James needs to be with someone who's very social media savvy. Weren't you earlier saying that you're very new to all of this and that's why you're very anxious right now? Which is valid, but you can't, those in glass castles can't throw stones, Jona.
Oh!
My God.
So that kind of gets my answer.
Listen.
One Colin, love and support.
I can be sassy. I can. I'm just a little nervous that this is my first time streaming. I've never streamed before. And you're talking about social media savvy. While I am getting into it, I think I'm doing pretty well for someone who's only been in it a few months. I have over 150. I'm not trying to flex. I promise I'm not. That's not my goal here.
Mm-hmm.
But for the time that I've been in social media, I think I'm doing pretty well for myself, and I'm trying to grow. That's my main goal. I want to influence people. So,
and I don't want
in a good way.
I don't want to discredit what you're saying, right? Because obviously it is an accomplishment, and I don't want it to come across as
this is a competition. You do
what you've created. But I just wanted to point out that that mentality of being in social media, it is the thing that was mentioned that it's important. And I don't know. I just feel like with you being new to that, I think it's an odd attack to make. But that's all. Again,
fair enough. Hey, he's answering the question.
SojuSammy, we haven't heard from you yet.
Thank you.
Yeah, so James, my number one priority right here is you. I want to look out for you. And you mentioned that when you first started dating, a lot of people were clout chasers, right? And so I'm kind of worried. I think there might be an imposter among us. I think we have a serial clout chaser in the call and a potential hoster, and I don't want your heart to get broken. So, Colin, do you mind explaining why Dream, the biggest Minecraft streamer, blocked you on Twitter?
Uh-oh.
Okay, so here's the thing. I personally am of the mindset, right, that we should let bygones be bygones. We had a misunderstanding, personally. I just think that there was a breakdown in communication. I am open to having a conversation with him and smoothing over that, because I don't feel as though we had any kind of... I think that we have a lot more in common than we realize, and there was simply a misunderstanding. Dream is a very charitable guy. I'm a very charitable guy myself. And we have a lot in common. We have a lot that is not similar as well, to be fair. But we're both very,
he is charitable, and I think you might have been trying to ride that, which, it's kind of a bad look.
So
James has a lot more popularity and fame than he does.
So you're saying that what was the claim exactly? I
was just saying that you were saying that Dream's a very charitable person, and it seems like you're trying to take advantage of that a little bit. But this is just a third-party perspective, so...
Okay.
So, in terms of myself, right? I think this is something that I know anyone in social media would be aware of, right? In terms of working to grow as an individual, something that you do, right, is you will reply to creators that you look up to, or that you that you like, or in the same space as you, and try to make a funny quip to get attention, right? And I'll be the first to admit that the quip that I made to promote my month of charity was something that was out of line and was something that I shouldn't have done. My sense of humor, I feel, was misconstrued because, again, I was promoting essentially myself not making a penny for the entire month of October, which I feel is a noble thing, but at the same time, I can understand, not seeing eye to eye.
Eret? I'm sorry.
Hi.
Go ahead, Eret. Who do you think is the worst choice here?
Personally, I'm going to have to also go Colin. To me, he gives off very, very strong host vibes to me. Similar experiences in the past.
Can you go into a little depth about that? Just a little.
There's stuff I'd maybe not want to talk about on stream because it brings up past dramas, and this may not be the place for that.
Okay. I mean, I will say, I'm just going to throw this out there. I don't think that someone with a host mindset, with a clout chasing mindset, would reach out to another creator at the time who, was, when I first contacted you, Eret, when we first became friends, right? Or acquaintances nowadays, I guess. At the time, we were around the same size, and I was like, hey, our communities could do a really cool thing together. And then suddenly, Dream SMP stuff's popping off. You blew up, and I'm very proud of you because you've accomplished a really cool thing, and you've created essentially an entire community founded on positivity, and that's what I aim to do, and I admire that. But I will say, I have to point this out, if you're going to call me a clout chaser, I will say you did switch up very quickly after
I never
blowing
said
up.
those words. You just put those words in my mouth.
Okay.
I'm not in the business of showing DMs on stream.
Okay, let's not.
Okay, Mega Spice, we're gonna go to James. James,
drama.
The temperature is red hot in here, but now it's
God, one
decision
last
time.
James, it is decision time. You've heard from the cast members themselves.
Oh, God.
We have... It seems as if there's a sister scandal on our hands.
Anyways.
Wait, hold on, James. Can I get a definition? Sister scandal, does that only involve you, or can it involve other sisters?
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me, James? James?
It's like cutting out.
Am I cutting out for anybody else?
No.
No.
Oh,
James?
you're back now.
Okay. I was saying, does sister scandal apply to just you, or is it any of the sisters?
What?
Oh.
Austin, James doesn't have sister scandals. It's just people putting words in his mouth.
Okay,
all right?
got it.
So
Okay,
back off,
all right.
Austin.
Oh, excuse me. All right, James, it's time to make a decision.
Okay. Hold on one second.
lot of thought is going into this decision right now, everyone.
What was the question that even led us in? Oh, who thinks is the worst option? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here we go. The decision has been made. Lorenzo, you're safe. Congratulations.
Thank you, James.
Train. Hold on 1 second. Colin, you are in the bottom 3. Soju. You're safe.
Thank you, James.
Eret,
Hello.
you are safe.
Thank you.
Jona, you're in the bottom 3. Nick,
I'm back.
you are also in the bottom 3. The bottom 3, and Troy, you're safe. If you haven't noticed, you're safe. That was 3. You are safe. The bottom 3. Mr. Nick,
Yes.
Mr. Colin, and Mr. Jona. Gentlemen, tell James why you shouldn't be eliminated right now at this moment in the show. Starting with Colin.
So, James, obviously a lot of like past, kind of, I'll call them kerfuffles have been brought up, right? But I think that what's in the past is in the past, and how we learn from the past is very important. But also, the thing is, I want to look forward to I want to look to the future about what's positive and what could be, right? And I want to say that the thing that I appreciate about you the most, given that this might be the last time I have this opportunity to speak to you, is that coming into this show today, I was not afraid to speak to you, and that's a real merit to who you are as an individual, in that your brand is very separate from who you are. James Charles, the person, is very different from James Charles, the YouTuber. That authenticity is very important, and it rings true in how you present yourself online, through your content, how you conduct yourself. And I really admire that, and getting to, speak to you in this manner has been really a treat and something I haven't taken for granted. And I would really like to continue to be able to get to know you better and see what the future holds.
Mr. Novak?
Perfect. James, so glad to be here again. We're really circling back every
real
time.
cozy
but
down
You
here.
know what?
Oh my god.
Here's the thing is, I'm okay being an underdog. I will crawl my way to the top. I mean, I am a people person. If you look at even the things that I have in my room, it's things that have only been given to me. These prints on the wall are from the 2002 Olympics in Salt Lake. They were given to me as a gift. This zebra is actually a gift from my friend's granddad. He literally died and was like, I met Nick once. He talked about my zebra, give it to him. What's that about? I don't know. My quilt. It's from a different grandparent. I met her once, we had dinner, she made me a quilt. I'm just the type of person that I want to be around. I want to get to know, and people want to get to know me. And that's what I want to do here with you. Lover Host is giving me an opportunity to get to know you, and I'm not going to put that away. And I'm going to continue to push ahead, crawl from the bottom. This is my 4th time here. I think I've been in every round. And I will make sure to not get eliminated. So
Jona?
Keep me around.
Cool. So I just want to clarify, I am an ENFP. So I can be extroverted, I promise. Also, I'm going into this. I genuinely didn't know you super well as a person. And then I started looking you up, and I started watching some of your videos, and I genuinely like your personality. So the way that I would approach this isn't as a fan, I promise you. It would be as a person. I want to get to know you as a person. And I want to go on dates with you. That would be so much fun to me. Just the concept of getting to know you personally and I don't know, just outside of I don't know, just everybody's eye, I guess, if that makes sense, is really nice to me because you seem like a really wholesome person and you seem fun. I've talked a lot about you. I need to talk about me. I promise, like I said, I'll open up more. Yeah, I'm kind of like a clam, I guess. But you just need to give me a little bit of time. And I promise I can be extroverted and I can be fun. And I think hopefully you can see like little bits of that. And I don't know. I don't have much to say, honestly. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, gentlemen, you've said it. James has made his decision. I'm going to save one of you.
Do you have a message?
Oh, hold on.
You have a message? The message. Oh.
Okay, this is...
Waiting.
Jona, you're safe.
Thank you.
It's between Colin and MisterNovak.
Best of luck.
Same to you, Nick.
Colin, last round was a rough round for you.
Yeah.
It was a rough round.
Tell me about it.
Nick, every round's been a rough round for you.
That is true. That is true.
A good man.
Unfortunately, we all know that not everybody's going to go home with James. In fact, maybe nobody is. But, you know, we'll get to that when we get to it. The person getting eliminated from the show is... Colin, you're safe. MisterNovak, it's the end of the road. You have been eliminated from the show. Mr. James, what led to your decision?
I mean, I will be honest. Okay, this round was definitely a concerning one with some of the responses and some of the beef that has brewed upon this Zoom call. I mean, I definitely think, for me, like I mentioned, I've been used quite a lot, and like Eret mentioned, that's always a major concern for me. So, to hear Jona mention followers several times, and also to now know that this situation with Colin happened behind the scenes definitely is a little bit
that had nothing to do with me.
Yeah. No, when
hold on.
We're gonna save this for the next round. Hold on. Before we started, Mr. Nick chose lover host. Let's find out what he chose.
Wait, hold on.
James, we promise we will get to it. Can we save it for the next round? Right after we let Nick go.
Yeah.
Well, no, I wanted to say something to Nick.
Okay. all right.
Okay, sorry. Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say, but I wanted to give Colin and Jona another chance. Nick had been on the bottom several times, and Nick, I do want to say, you have been making me laugh this entire time, and I very much appreciate that a lot. I'm just not necessarily sure we'd be the right fit, and that is why I let you go today. But I want to thank you for the dedication, the good answers, the love and stuff. And I'll genuinely be shocked if you had chosen host, because I can feel that you're a really cool person. So I appreciate it.
Mr. Nick.
Now you can go, Austin.
Oh, Jesus. Enough of the sister sass, okay? All right. MisterNovak had an opportunity to choose between love and host, and he chose love. That's right. He chose love. And now he will
Unreal.
Take his broken
Thank
heart. MisterNovak, shout out your channel.
Hi, my name is Nick. You can find me everywhere at either MisterNovak or Mr. Nick Novak. I do backflips and stuff for follows and subs on Twitch, so feel free to check me out. James, I know it might not have worked out on the show, but if you want, a ski partner, please let me know. I'll be happy to take you around the mountain.
I would love to.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Luck
Thank you, Mr.
the rest
Novak.
of you guys, and have a wonderful, wonderful night. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Much love, Nick.
Bye, Nick. All right. Give it up for yourselves. You made it this far. Wow. Give it up for yourselves. Okay, we wanted to save something for the next round, James. Apologize for cutting you off. Will, why don't you take over?
All right. There's been a lot of doubt flying around after a very spicy round. So in this round, the 6 remaining contestants are going to explain why or if they chose love.
Yeah.
Oh.
James, this is where you're going to have an opportunity to really dig into that intuition that you alluded to at the beginning of the show.
Yep.
That
Yes.
intuition that you told you're really good at sniffing out whether people are being authentic or not. So really dig into that here. You know, if they're, we'll see how they approach it. Who wants to go first?
I can.
Lorenzo, go ahead.
Yeah, that's quite an easy one. So to start off, I don't understand Twitch that much. So getting all this stuff, it would just confuse me, to be honest. So I'm a bit lacking in that department. And then also, as I stated before, I've never been on a date, so I wouldn't come on here just for a bit of followers or whatever that gets you the host at the end. So why not try out for love? Worst comes to worst, I just leave saddened, but that's it. Yeah, that's my explanation. Not much, but yeah.
James, do you have any follow-up questions there?
No, I want to hear everybody's thing first.
All right, let's go right down the line to SojuSammy.
All right, James. So just beyond, simple attraction, because you are a very attractive person, I think that the way that you live extremely authentically is something that I try to live by in my everyday life. And so that trait is something that I really want in a partner, something that I really love. And the thing is that even though we're in different industries, overall, we want to use our platform to be selfless and to inspire others and lift others up. I know that that's been a mission of yours with Instant Influencer. You awarded Ashley, who is an amazing person. She's also a single Black mother. And those kinds of voices tend not to be heard in the beauty community all the time. And so you're using your fame, you're using your power to lift people whose voices have not been heard traditionally. In my case, with economics, in 2015, there's 1,100 econ PhDs awarded, only 5 were Black women. And I want to change the face of what it looks like to be in economics. There's not that many gay economists. It's a predominantly very elitist field. And I want to shift that in the way that you're doing as honestly a trailblazer and a game changer in makeup. So yeah,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Let's get to know each other. Yeah.
All right, let's go to Eret. Go ahead, Eret.
What was the question again? Sorry.
The question, Will.
My memory's really bad. Sorry.
What are your intentions on today's show? And are you here for love, or are you a host?
Love, of course. I feel like I've got a lot of things in common with James, especially about promoting things which help other people. I've realized that I've got a platform for myself. I'm one of the largest LGBT streamers on Twitch, and with that platform, I've realized that I can help a lot of people be more comfortable themselves. I've got a counter on my stream so that when people come out, so people can come out as members of the LGBT community on my stream, and maybe they've not done that elsewhere before, and at the moment that counter is up at 3,000, which is amazing. And I feel like we could push these messages a lot further together.
Thank you, Eret.
Love that.
Troy.
Okay, well, I just love, and the reason for this is because, James, I've watched you for about, I don't know how many years. It's been a real big part of my life, and for my friends and I to get sometimes together just to even find out how it is, what you do, and how you help everyone. It's just by far the most amazing thing. Back when I was in grade 9, grade 8, I was really struggling with myself, and I think you and other gay influencers have really helped me, and I want to give them the opportunity that I had. So that's why I've chose love. And also, opposites attract, eh? You're very extrovert, I'm very introvert. I feel like you can bring the best in me, and I can show you that that's possible. So
Jona.
Hi. So I just want to touch up earlier. You were talking about how I said I was mentioning followers. I'm just gonna explain that real quick. Con was basically saying for someone who says that you're social media savvy, you haven't been very long, and I tried to express that followers aren't a big deal to me, and I guess I did that poorly. I was trying to use that as a way to quantify my understanding of social media. I don't really care about numbers. Money isn't what I'm looking for. I actually, if anything, I just want to learn from you when it comes to that context, because you've influenced millions of people in a positive way. And I feel like I appeal to a certain demographic that is unique to me. I feel like there's not very many bisexual men that are expressed in the media, and I wanted to be able to show people that like people like me are normal, and like that there are people like us that aren't toxically masculine or don't have like, just because we're a part of the LGBT community doesn't mean that we fit into a certain category. We're all unique people, and I wanted to be able to express that with my social influence. So bringing up followers was not my intention of like that's not my intention when it comes to you. Like I want to date you because you seem like an interesting person, and you seem lovely and kind, and you affect people in a positive way, and I want to learn from you at the very least. Not take advantage of you.
Mr. Colin.
Sorry.
That's okay.
So I chose love, and I really want to make it clear that the reason why I chose love is because I really admire, again, I touched on this last round, but the authenticity with which you lead your life and how you're completely unafraid of being you and have always been, as the record has shown, is really admirable. And how you've used your platform and not allowed it to change who you are is something that I find really special and really incredible. And it's crazy how it's very evident that you're a person who's chased your dream and are living your dream, and it's always been a huge part of who you are, in that like you started out with comedy on YouTube and made like sketches, and it's coming from a very genuine place that I really admire. And I just think your ability to uplift voices of all sorts of different people within the community, a very underrepresented community at that, and lead your life fearlessly. I mean, at the time on YouTube, you were kind of a new breed in a way, in that, you know, people like all the people in this cast right now, the host of this show, all of us, have historically been kind of relegated to the shadows. And the fact that you kind of raised the banner for so many other people to come forward and be comfortable with who they are is something that I find incredible. And it's something I really admire, and I really like about you, James.
Thank you, Colin. I appreciate that.
James, it's now time to make your decision, and I believe you've already made it.
It's already been made.
James has made up his mind. Another one of you are about to be eliminated from the show. Lorenzo, you're safe.
Bless you, James. Thank you.
Sammy, you are also... Excuse me, you're in the bottom three.
You know?
Jesus Christ.
Debated.
Oh my God, Austin.
I'm so sorry. Eret,
Hello.
you're safe.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Troy, you are in the bottom three. It's between Colin and Jona. One of you are in the bottom three. And that person is Jona. Jona, you're in the bottom three. Colin, you're
Thank you,
safe.
James. Thank you.
Sammy,
What's up?
go ahead and defend yourself.
Okay. So James, in your Vogue Portugal article, you link beauty and imperfection, all right? And I understand that you might be putting me in the bottom three because you think our relationship could be imperfect, or that, you know, this response in particular was not what you wanted to hear. But I'm going to challenge that notion and say that our relationship could be beautiful because it's imperfect. And I think that with enough time, we could really get to know each other, and we could build one another up. And I think we could eventually get to that stage where, you know, I'm that guy for you.
Okay. Troy?
James, I think for two people to really get to know each other, it means that you would have to grow together. And for growing takes time and nurturing and getting the feel on how we adapt to different situations and how we help each other to structure one another to better ourselves and better our community around us. And I think that you and I could really do it together on the most perspicacious way. Yeah.
Thank you, Troy. Jona?
Yeah, you were talking about how in the past you've been taken advantage of by people who are trying to get clout, and in your position, me talking about those things, it would make sense why I'm in the bottom 3. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be eliminated, but I just want to say that you as a person are great, and I really appreciate the things that you've done for our community, and you inspire a lot of people. You inspire me, and I aspire to be someone like you who influences people in a positive way and makes people smile, because that's what you do. Yeah, everybody here has been lovely, so you have a great cast. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Jona.
I'm just assuming, like, in his
negative,
position,
Jona,
I would.
Jesus.
Well,
Jona,
in his position, I would eliminate me because it makes sense, like
No.
with his past.
Okay.
Yeah, and the things I've said on accident. But
all right.
Yeah, that's not my goal. I want to clarify that that's not my goal, but I completely understand why you would think that way. So,
James, has this influenced your decision in any way, or are we still?
No,
locked in?
it has not.
Okay.
SojuSammy, you're safe.
Thank you.
The person getting eliminated from the show, Troy, this has been a long journey, and it's finally coming to an end for Jona. I'm sorry, Troy, you are safe. Jona, it's the end of the road. The end of the road.
Not the page.
Jona, you have been
just
eliminated from the
You
show.
have no idea.
Troy,
that's okay. It makes sense. I understand,
Stop
especially
doing
given your
that.
past. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Troy. I'm so sorry.
No, but it's chill. Don't worry. It kind of makes my heart drop, but it's cool.
Jona has been eliminated. James, what led to the decision?
I was just not necessarily getting the most genuine vibes.
It makes sense. I understand. Yeah.
Well, Jona had an opportunity to choose between love and host before the show began, and he chose love.
Oh.
Jona chose love.
But I understand. Yeah.
Jona.
I would. Yeah. I'm gonna shut up.
No, it's okay. It's all right. Jona, it's been a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you
But
guys.
it's
It's
the
been a
end of the
pleasure meeting
road.
you all.
Please shout out your channel.
Hopefully I'm gonna be starting a YouTube channel soon. I'll try to do it under the same tag, but Instagram and TikTok are the main ways it gets me under Who's.Jona. Yeah, you guys are all lovely. I really appreciate you guys interacting with me, and it's very nice to meet you, James.
You too.
Thank you, Jona.
This like weird gameplay thing. Now I'm just chilling.
Jona, thank you. Take care, Jona.
Oh, maybe in a little bit after it's over. I still want to watch the end of it.
Oh, hello.
Okay, I'll come over probably in a little bit.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Oh, hold on 1 second. I think we have a hot mic somewhere. Hold on just a sec. Hey, hold on. Just a second. We have a hot mic. Somebody.
I was just on a game show for like the last 2
Oh,
hours.
okay. Hold on. Let's get him out of here. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So sorry. We had a hot
Right.
mic on Lover Host. We'll have to talk to the
This isn't a
technical
game
producers
show,
about
Ryan.
that.
This
All
is
right.
love.
It was just a game to him, James. Did you hear that? It was just a game.
What the fuck?
Who was that? Who was talking?
That was Novak. That was Novak.
Oh.
It was just a game.
Wow.
It was,
Knew he needed to go.
it was
Wow.
just a
He's
game
skiing
for
away
him.
from us.
All right, Jona. Thank you so much, Jona. Take care.
Yeah.
Did you shout out
Thank
your
you guys.
channel,
Bye.
Jona?
Yeah, Who's.Jona.
All right, got it. Thank you. Take care, Jona.
You too.
All
Bye,
right.
guys.
Jona.
Top 5.
This is, yes, the top 5. Unbelievable. Give yourselves a round of applause. You made it so far. South Africa
was
still
it.
representing.
That was a
Go ahead.
That was a bit
had
of
me
a plot
sweating.
twist.
God damn.
Yes. You see, are you second guessing your intuition at all now? Because did you really think he chose host?
That wasn't intuition. That was somebody that I know that also knew Jona had texted me during that round saying, "I just want you to be careful because I know that he has bad intentions."
Oh.
And this person is somebody that I actually trust.
Uh-oh.
So,
You got to phone a friend option. Uh-oh. My goodness.
did.
Okay, interesting. Okay, interesting. Well,
but the followers in itself was concerning to me already, and I had already pointed that out a few rounds ago. So it's not like this was out of nowhere, but I mean that text solidified it. But now I'm a little sister suspicious if you ask. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, James, is there any questions that you have been really interested in asking throughout this show? I want to give you an opportunity because I feel like I've been asking a lot of them. Go ahead.
I have to pee again so bad, so give me
Same.
30 seconds.
Go ahead and pee. Yeah, no problem. We're going to take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen, allow people to pee. We'll be right back.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Go ahead and pee.
Squad pee.
Go ahead and pee together. Go ahead and, oh, yes. Everyone's going. Well, we can cut back to us for a second.
Yeah,
Hold on,
here
let's
in the
just
control room.
here in the control room here at Lover Host at the Cash App compound. We can take an opportunity to take a look at a couple of hosts, and I'm not talking about Lover Host. A couple of. wait. All right. You're right now. We're live in the Cash App compound. This show is brought to you by Cash App, by the way. ! Cash App in the chat. Cash App is doing a trivia show.
Yes.
And it's happening three times this week. Oh my God. 3 times this week. And it'll be done by from this compound with me, the host. And if you're on Twitter right now, you at me and you at
Cash App.
At Cash App with your cash tag and suggest a trivia question. They're giving away $10,000 today.
Yeah.
Anyways, Will, how are you enjoying the show so far?
It got spicy there.
It did.
For a minute.
Absolutely.
Very
very spicy. Sister spicy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how this is play out. In fact, this is turning out to be one of my favorite episodes. I'm so invested in what's going on here.
I'm really excited to see who comes away with this victory.
I'm excited. I'm wondering if at the end they'll choose lover host. We'll have to see. Let's get back to the cast where James has just returned from the bathroom first before anybody else. Before anybody else, everybody is. I could make a joke, but it would just be so inappropriate. About. All right. Anyway, we're waiting for Troy and Soju. Oh, and Eret. The 3 of them. Jesus. Good Lord.
It was a team P for sure.
It was a team P. James, let's start with that question that you had, and we'll fill the people in as they get back.
Well, everybody's back now and perfect timing.
Perfect
so
timing.
we're good to
Perfect.
Go.
Let's do it.
Hi there.
Okay. So the one thing that I really, really want to hear from everybody is I know Eret is the only one who's actually located here in Los Angeles, so I guess he would be exempt from this particular question. But, especially with everything around the world right now, we're dealing with COVID. A lot of countries are closed down. It's not necessarily super safe to travel. So if in the situation that, one of the other 4 boys did make it to the finale and, happened to choose love and I'm not stuck with somebody getting host, we kept talking and a relationship did ensue, what would your ideal plan be for the relationship in terms of meeting, getting together, travel?
Yeah,
I would definitely want to hear from everybody because that could be a very telling question.
Yeah, interesting. Let's hear from the folks that are the farthest away, starting with Troy.
Well, my holidays are starting to come up actually, and it's about time because it's been a long year. And I think that I would definitely come to America. I think it'd be such a great opportunity. I've never been before, and I feel like with you as a personal tour guide, I think it'd be really romantic and amazing at the same time. I feel like then if you'd want, you could come to South Africa. I could show you around properly this time. And I would take you to a place where I sometimes go to think and reflect on myself. And yeah, it's quite a beautiful spot, I must say. I go there only by myself. I've never really had a boyfriend or anything, so not even my twin brother knows where it is. And I think sharing it with someone who I care about deeply, I think would put a really big impact on them. Going forward, I would say that we would talk, Snapchat, communicate. And even if this doesn't work out, then I would hope that we would still be friends. And yeah.
Mr. Lorenzo?
Long distance, I think, is really tricky. That's a really hard one to talk about. But personally, I wouldn't rush into anything with traveling in regards to one of us you coming here or I going to you. Because you still have to talk first, get to know each other first before you... I mean, I understand wanting to travel and see each other. I really do. And it would be great, but I think first time is needed to get to know each other better before we actually get into it. But then otherwise, seeing you obviously would be a great opportunity, but I think I'd prefer it if you came over to wherever I am, because it's out of America, and then that means, I'd hope that means less for me, not for you maybe, but less people knowing you in Europe or South Africa, and getting to actually not be bombarded when we go around somewhere or something like that, so I can actually get you to myself. So yeah, it'll be my side.
Mr. SojuSammy.
All right. So, I believe in work hard, play hard mentality. Yes, I'm working like a pretty intense job at the financial institution. But the thing is we get pretty good pay time off. And the thing is I'm definitely willing to work hard during the week, take a like red eye, and then be in LA during the weekend and, spend 100% of my time with you there. I think that would be a great priority. Furthermore, we also have the like option to like work from home. That's what I've been doing. And it doesn't really matter where in the country you're at if you're working from home, right? So I can just like set up my laptop, do that stuff during the day, and then at night we could like go on dates or like just hang out and get to know each other better. So I think this is a very viable possibility for me.
All right, Colin?
So as it was touched on previously, like long distance is just by the very nature of it very difficult. When I'm in a relationship, I'm a person who wears my heart on my sleeve. I love very truly and deeply, and I will always be one to express that. And well, obviously being in person is very important, and in a relationship, I would really want to meet you, James. I do really want to meet you. I do think that it's also very important that in these times, like, it's important to recognize the reality that just due to the nature of what's going on, it's very tough to do. Though I would be willing to do anything I could to make something work. Obviously, I'm a student, and I'm looking to do creative work like full time. So I do have a lot of flexibility in terms of my life and my schedule. And I'm willing to lay it all on the line. So,
Eret is. You said, James, what didn't this question wasn't applicable to him, right?
Well, he's an Angelino.
Well, Eret's already here in Los Angeles.
That's true, but he does live in London, so maybe he could answer it from the perspective of when he's in the United Kingdom, right? You're not going to be here forever.
I live in Los Angeles like 11 months out of the year, and London
fair enough.
The final month.
Okay,
and that's just to go back to like it's between London and Switzerland to be with family.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, James.
I'm also a streamer, so very, very flexible schedule. Can spend plenty of time.
James, do you have any follow-up questions for anything that you heard?
Okay, so yes, I do have a follow-up question. That would be a nice follow-up question. So, so obviously, like we mentioned, it is harder to travel right now because of the pandemic and because of COVID or whatever. So how do I want to word this? Let me think.
Because of COVID?
Yeah.
Did you drawing
because
a blank?
I lost it a little bit. I think I may have abandoned my train of thought there. Oh, I was gonna say, okay, because of COVID and stuff and everything, and travel is a little bit more difficult. Still possible, but a little bit more difficult. What would ideal communication look like to you guys, if you were not able to get on a plane to make something in person happen? What would good communication look like to you in the meantime?
That's quite an easy one, I think, if I may start.
Yeah.
To start off, I would do lots of FaceTimes because I like to see a person's facial expressions and emotions, so I can read that properly on a person. I know phone calls are all great and all, but I think FaceTime would be the best. And then in regards, just basic messaging throughout the day, just simple text, just to know that you're thinking about each other and blah, blah, blah. That's how I would do it in communication style. Yeah.
I personally am very big on quality over quantity. I understand that you're obviously a very busy person, and I'm on my own schedule as well. And I think that obviously just by the reality of that, right, it is hard to be in constant communication. I've never been the kind of person to be a 24/7 texter, right? Because it's just too much to ask of somebody, especially at this stage in our lives and in this area, right? With all of our, everyone in this cast is a very busy person. So I think that making the time that is able to line up count is really important. And whether that's a phone call or a FaceTime or whatever is comfortable, I think that sort of thing is very important. And, it's very nice to just kind of feel someone's presence, even if they may not actually be there,
Mr. SojuSammy?
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Sorry, Troy.
So I definitely think
No, it's
that
okay, though.
we can set up certain, honestly, online dates, I guess, where we could have a Netflix party and chill, or we could queue up some games of Among Us together and set up some lobbies. I just think that there's a lot that we can do, even though we might be, on different ends of the country, and still have a really great time. Of course, I'm going to FaceTime. Of course, I'll text. But you both know that we're both very busy people, you being probably one of the most busy people on the planet. And so I want to make the most use of your time. And I want to make sure that every moment that we have, even if it's only through a screen, is going to be memorable.
Troy?
Well, it's currently 5-2 here, so I think my commitment on communication is very high.
Ooh.
In the morning, by the way, if I may add. I think, usually FaceTiming, texting, stuff like that. But those texts that really put a smile on your face before you go to bed, I think, is more important than just a casual hi, how are you along the day. I would rather spend texting straight, throughout the hour, and FaceTime and all that, rather than having all bland and boring texts throughout the day. Because you are really busy and stuff like that, but if you're willing to make the time for me, I will definitely move my schedule around just to talk to you.
Eret? I know you're in
Make
LA.
it very memorable.
Yeah.
You're in LA, but, let's just say you were gone. I want you to be able to answer some of the questions, so let's just say you were gone for a sec. How would you keep in touch?
That question still goes to show, because obviously we're not going to be able to. We can't hang out every day in person.
Of course.
Anyway, so the question still applies.
FaceTimes, texts, just general communication, keeping in touch, checking on each other. Make sure the other one's okay. Then everything's good.
All right, James.
I have a quick question.
Oh, okay.
James, how would you feel if I were to Uber Eats you breakfast in the morning and I texted you, "Wake up, bitch, let's eat breakfast," and we FaceTimed eating breakfast?
That would be cute.
Let's do it.
Troy?
So I was gonna add on saying most of the time as well, I'd want you to communicate me your true feelings, because I've texted guys before online and never really met them because they weren't true to themselves, nor were they true to me. And I think honesty throughout texting and making sure that you're comfortable with being okay with long distance and stuff like that is very important, rather than suppressing it into a point where we don't even get to have a friendship afterwards. So,
Okay, James. The time has come again to make another elimination. I know this is getting even more challenging.
I know.
Because as the time goes on, it's more and more challenging.
Oh, geez.
I know it's tough. Troy thought he was gone rounds ago.
Twice already.
I've debated you twice.
It's okay.
Twice.
I don't mind.
Do I need to pick a full bottom three for this round? Because the cast is so small already. Or should we do bottom two? Or do we still want a full bottom three?
We have to do a bottom three for this round. Always a bottom three, James. Always a bottom three. Even when there's two people left, it's a bottom three. It's just everybody is in it. That's right. All right.
Okay. Oh, I don't like this. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay.
Okay. Here we go. Lorenzo, you're safe.
Bless you, James. Thank you once again.
Eret.
Hello.
Hello. You on the bottom three. Colin. You're safe.
Thank you so much, James.
Sammy. You are in the bottom three. And you join Troy. Troy, let's start with you. Again, gentlemen, you can keep it short because we have been, some of you have been in the bottom three multiple times. You can only save yourself so much. But just, if you can think of anything new or fresh to share with James that would maybe lead to his mind changing. He hasn't changed it very much. He's very much in tune with his intuition and is confident in the first choice that he's made all evening, but maybe that could change. Eret?
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so James, you're an amazing person. I think we all know that. You've accomplished so much. You're self-made. Many things which I've done myself as well. And yeah, it's amazing to see how far you've come and how far you can go. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous.
It's okay. SojuSammy, how about you?
Yeah, absolutely. James, so I think I saw in a video once, it was the Korean barbecue mukbang, where you talked about how hard it's for you to open up sometimes, and that there's definitely a persona that we're probably even seeing very much of right now. But I'm in it because I really think that there's something that could work out between us. And I want to get to know that James Charles that only your close friends know, that is who you really are. Because while this persona is fantastic and it inspires people every day, I want to inspire you. And I think your real self will inspire me even more than the persona that is put up. So I'd really like to get to know that person.
Troy.
Okay, well, hey James. From the time that you and I have been speaking, I think I've grown to open up to you quite a bit more than I expected, actually. I really think that whatever you've chosen is for the best. Your intuition is key. It's probably what is the best quality on you. You make friends, you choose them well. You make sure the people that you surround yourself are good for you, rather than the people who want to use you for your clout. I think that's disgusting and shouldn't even be a thing. But yeah, like I said, it's what you decide, and at the end of the day, this has been an amazing experience.
Thank you, Troy.
Thanks.
All right. Here we go. James, or
I don't know.
Now, James, you're always able to change your mind. And
yeah, I think I am gonna change my mind from what I wrote earlier.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. I actually am not gonna change my mind from what I wrote earlier.
Okay. Wow. All right. So just to verify, this is the person that we're eliminating, right?
Actually, no.
I
don't know.
James, are you
I'm
okay?
trying to think strategically because I've been getting some tweets and some texts from people or friends that are watching the show about certain people that are remaining, and I feel as though I want to address those things, but I feel like I should wait until the next round.
Okay.
Okay. James, you're heavy in these streets. You got eyes everywhere.
I do. I really do. I mean, that's the one, I guess, perk of unfortunately being through a lot of shitty relationships is that I know they usually don't end being my fault. So usually I'm still on good terms with everybody. So yeah. I'm gonna keep the answer that I gave because yeah.
Okay. We're gonna send somebody to safety. And that person is Troy. You're safe. Bottom two between Eret and Soju, one of you are being eliminated from the show. And that person is MisterSojuSammy. I'm sorry, it is the end of the road. Eret, you're safe. You've been eliminated from the show. James, what led to you?
James, it was honestly a pleasure. Like, I had the best time.
Sammy, you're literally so sweet. I appreciate you so much. It's very clear that you have watched my content and consumed what I've done online and in my career, and I appreciate that so much. It is very, very sweet, and it really means a lot. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Sammy, you were a pleasure to have on the show. Thank you so much. Before you depart, please shout out your channel and say any last words. I mean, for this show. Not, we're not going to. Never mind.
You're all good. So, yeah, on Twitch and Twitter, I'm SojuSammy. And it was a really great time. Honestly, probably one of the best experiences of my life. So, I'll see you guys later.
All
Peace.
right, SojuSammy, take care. Bye-bye now. All right.
Thanks, Sammy.
All right, let's give it up for our remaining contestants. We have 4 remaining, James. It's going to get challenging.
James is not clapping because he is getting more text messages and information in right now. Let's speak on it. James, what are you hearing from your eyes in the street?
Well, obviously we've made it to a Final Four, and all 4 of you seem very, very sweet, and it's been lovely getting to know all of you guys. And I would hope that if anybody does make it to the final one, that it would not be revealed to be,
James,
host.
James, I dropped the ball for the second time. I didn't say whether he chose love or host. Can you believe James, he chose love.
Oh my God.
Soju chose love.
I'm not surprised.
I can't believe I did that. I dropped the ball again. I'm so sorry. He chose love. Soju chose love. I'm so sorry, chat. This is the second. Usually I don't do it twice a show. Usually it's just one time. All right. He chose love. I'm so sorry. Okay, back to what you were saying, James. Go ahead.
So something that I definitely want to ask about as this is something that I deal with quite a lot, and this is a direct question to one person in particular, and I'll lead up to it. As a feminine gay man, there definitely is, like I said, obviously my dating life has been very, very interesting in the past, and there's been a lot of different problems that I've experienced with that. One of the main ones being a lot of guys use me as almost like a science experiment, and that obviously sucks. Majority of the guys that I've hooked up with in the past have been straight guys or GL guys that are experimenting with their sexuality, and they just see me as like a nice gateway, into like the LGBTQ plus world, which never obviously feels good. And a lot of times as well, especially with dealing with clout chasers and stuff, I've had guys that are willing to do the bare minimum, for example, going on dates or kissing or cuddling, but never anything further, because they're not actually interested in me, like sexually. They just think it'd be interesting to be in my life. Not that sex is the most important part of a relationship in any way, shape, or form, but obviously it is, a facet that most couples indulge in every once in a while whenever the mood is right. So the, obviously, like I had mentioned, I have been getting a lot of different texts from friends and family, people that are watching the show live and stuff. But one message that I did get that I really want to address is in regards to a message that Colin had sent to somebody a while ago. Basically, and I'm not going to read it out loud because I don't think it's appropriate, and I don't think it needs to get involved with drama or anything. But it was basically a message of you just saying that you're open to meeting new people and falling in love with whoever it may be, but you can never see yourself having sex with a guy because you think it's just like gross. So I really would love to hear more about this situation, because that definitely makes me a little bit uncomfortable of what your intentions may be.
So I can speak to that. So obviously, I mean, this year is when I came out, right? It's something that, in quarantine, I've had a lot of time to myself to be very introspective. And in the very beginning of, kind of coming to terms with who I am and coming to understand myself better, I had a very poor view of myself because I was raised in, again, I've talked about this a bit, but I was raised in suburban Pennsylvania. And unfortunately, in my community, it wasn't the most welcoming of gay and like openly gay men, and it's a part of like my community, and there's a certain a degree of internalized homophobia that I've kind of had to kind of grapple with, and I took a lot of baby steps in terms of explaining my sexuality and speaking to people about it, and it was very tough. It's been very tough for me. Personally, having been surrounded by so many people who have viewed, gay relationships as gross or disgusting. Obviously, as an openly bi man, I don't feel that way now, and I don't feel as though that is reflective of myself. I've spoken to guys. I have, COVID has made it a little difficult, but I can assure you that that is not where I'm at now. I've come a long way since then. And I hope that given the circumstances of, how I was raised and where I was raised, that you can understand how hard it has been for me to become so openly myself and open about how I love.
Definitely.
James, does that help you? Do you feel more closure with that question?
If not, I completely understand.
It's a very valid experience. I mean, like I said, I've had a lot of different people use me as a science experiment, and that's never fun. But at the same time, it is very valid experiencing that and coming into terms with yourself and dealing with that and figuring out who you are and who you're interested in and stuff. Like, I came out as bisexual when I was 12 before actually coming out as gay, because that was what was easier for me to say. And obviously, love all my girls more than anything, but I would never in a million years be able to do anything sexually with a woman, and I've known that for a very long time. But for me, it was easier to say that I would at first, just to like ease into coming out as fully gay and stuff. And I know that's been a similar experience for a lot of different people. So I definitely am uncomfortable that I read that message, but I'm glad that I did, and I'm glad that Colin got the opportunity to speak about it at least.
Yeah, I can echo what James is saying. I too came out as bisexual. I still sort of identify it, but I haven't been with a woman in, God, Jesus, it's been almost 7 years. And often it's a little bit easier, I feel, for a lot of people. And there were at a moment in my life where it was difficult to admit certain things about how I feel, and I didn't really fully understand those feelings. So I agree with James. It is definitely a valid explanation. And
to speak on one last kind of closing thought, I guess, I'm not in any capacity ashamed of my identity or how I love or or being a bisexual man, right? And again, it's a journey, and coming out is a journey, and speaking about yourself is a journey. And of course, I have to recognize that where I came from, and my upbringing to that effect, and but I have come a long way as well.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing, Colin.
Mm-hmm.
That leads to.
Well, I definitely feel like we should.
James. Yeah.
I feel like we should ask another question to everybody.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's not appropriate to just eliminate somebody after only speaking to Colin.
Yeah, absolutely. No, 100%. Do you want to ask us a new question to everybody, so allow everybody to speak during this round? I think that'd be appropriate. Well, James, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Or did you want other people to answer questions in the same vein? But I felt that was very. I think it was sort of relevant to that particular situation. I think we could move on to a different question. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
So, James, I want to know, what are some turnoffs to you? Some things that just really aren't something that it's like a no-no in a relationship.
In terms of like a relationship normally, or like actual sex stuff?
Well, I mean, it depends on where you're comfortable talking about. You can talk about. I'm comfortable with you talking in both of those realms, relationships or sex, but it's all about where you feel comfortable sharing.
Okay. Well, okay. Because how do I explain this? Like, basically, for me, a lot of my regular relationship turnoffs would also double as a lot of my red flags. So obviously, things like people asking for followers, people having bad intentions, or like those are the obvious ones. Oh gosh.
How about like first dates? Are you into? Would you hook up on the first date? Is that something? Well, actually,
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay, I was gonna ask the guys if they would, and then I was gonna ask you. But maybe they have a different answer. I don't know, gentlemen. Would you also hook up on the first date, or would you like to wait?
I think if the date wasn't successful, then yeah. Oh,
Yeah, it
sorry.
depends how the date goes.
Definitely
Yeah,
depends on the
exactly.
date. Yeah.
I mean, if it ends up with someone in flames, rather not. But I think that if the date goes really, really well and you both feel a connection that you can't describe without showing some form of affection, that's quite intimate. That's not so much sexier, but I feel like kissing is more passionate than actually having sex because it shows someone how much they mean to you in a way. I don't know if I'm the only one, but for me, kissing is the most intimate thing that I can do to a person.
I personally like it all, but that's just
No,
me.
exactly. I mean, a good kiss can set you smiling across the road after a date. Yeah.
I definitely agree.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on. We could ask another question. Is it?
I think I would like to know from the guys. I would love everyone to tell me 2 turnoffs that they have. One like regular romantic and one sexual. Obviously, no need to go into detail if uncomfortable, but I think that would be interesting to hear.
Agreed. Who would like to go first?
Can I go first? Sorry, Troy.
Oh, Lorenzo.
No, Lorenzo, go. Lorenzo, go.
When it comes to sexual, I don't like someone who is like still. If that makes, I'm trying to think of the right word to use, but I can't find it.
I mean, well,
not stiff. Like even if they enjoy it or not, doesn't matter. Like if they just still and they don't do much. Like I want activity on the other side, not in the sense of just pleasuring me, but like in the sense that move. Like I want to know that you're actually into this as much as I'm into it.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Yeah, and then normally in a person, I think. That's a really hard one. That's definitely have to see on the day, but someone that is closed-minded, I can't. Like you just hear them speak and you're just like, oh, I can't even argue with you because I know you're just gonna keep to your point and your point only. So that for me is a bit of a no-no. But
yeah.
Troy, go ahead.
Okay, so for me, I think sexually, if you rush into it, I think that sex should be passionate and should be showing how much you love someone. It shouldn't be so much about the end result, you know, the how that you get when everything happens. Sorry for the facial expression, but I don't know how else to say it. I don't know the age limit to this.
The climax, if you will.
Yeah, the climax. Use the scientific term, why don't you?
Yeah.
But within a date, I think checking your phone, I think it's the most rudest thing you can do while you're on a first date because it's supposed to be the time where you and your partner, is supposed to get to know each other onto a level where you could see yourself in a relationship. And first of all, if you're checking your phone, you clearly need to be somewhere, so rather go then.
Wow. Have you had to tell people you've been on a date, right, Troy? Was that Lorenzo that hasn't been on many dates?
No, I've been on a date, yeah. And I think I haven't told someone personally. I mean, I like gee whiskers, but I think that from now on, I think it's probably important that I do.
All right, Eret.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually, I'm going to have to agree with Lorenzo quite a bit here. I prefer if the person I'm doing it with is responding, making noises, reciprocate. Like, I've had bad experiences with people who just don't respond. That sucks. That's awful.
Right.
Yeah. And yeah, in regards to like turn-offs, like relationship wise or like in person, I'm definitely gonna have to say I know, like jealousy. I've gotten that a lot with a lot of my past relationships. There'll be people like be doing well, and then they won't like the fact that I'm doing well, and that's where I've got to red flag it.
Colin?
Got it.
So sexually, I think the biggest thing is I think that I liked a lot what Troy touched on earlier in that it should come from like a place of love, right? I feel like there should be a build up. I like generally I really like when there's a significance to it, or if there's like there's like a passion in a way. So if that is not there, if it's just suddenly just like just out of nowhere, I'm not as into it personally. There are times for that though. In terms of in a relationship though, I've been very outspoken about the fact that one of my past relationships was very toxic, and I went through a lot that was very hard on me personally. I would go so far as to say emotionally abused for a good portion of it, and I think that a lot of that comes from a lack of honesty. If I see someone being dishonest with another person or being dishonest with their intentions, or it is the most unattractive quality in a person, frankly, because it's just, if you're so comfortable with lying to one person, what makes me any different? So
Absolutely.
Okay, James. You've heard from all the contestants in this round. It's time again to make that uncomfortable decision.
Okay. This is getting really...
It's getting difficult.
Okay. Yeah, but I made it. Yeah. Final answer.
Okay. Here we go. The decision has been made. Here we go.
My friends literally all just, my friends are all watching this live right now and all just put me in they've all been texting the group chat called Lover Host Honest Review the entire time. They just added me to the group chat right now. Oh my god.
All right, we've got a bottom three.
There's only 4.
I know. 3 out of 4 of you are in the bottom 3.
I feel like you should just do a bottom 2, because then it's not fun if we know who, the.
Well then it eventually will become
Okay,
a bottom
whatever.
2.
It's your show. It's your show. It's your show.
All right. Bottom 3. Colin, you're in the bottom 3.
Mm-hmm.
Troy, you're also in the bottom 3. Eret, you are in the bottom 3 as well. Lorenzo, you're safe.
Bless you, James. Once again, thank you.
Here we go. One last... You guys have, again, we're at the point of the show where you have spoken a lot. You've given your defense. One last thing that you could possibly say, starting with Eret. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry, no, it's getting to me a little bit. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Eret. You want me to come back to you?
No, it's good. So, yeah, this has been an amazing experience. And at the very least, I'm glad to have finally been able to talk to you and interact with you on a bit more of a personal basis. Bar our like previous small Twitter interactions. yeah, I hope I can stay longer. Maybe to the end.
Thank you, Eret. Troy?
Well, James, I think it's safe to say you've had shitty boyfriends. You've had shitty ass people walk all over you, complete arseholes, and in some way I feel like I can relate to you. Obviously, you've had it a lot worse than I have. I don't think I can come close to what you've experienced, but I can do one thing. I can show you that not all guys are complete arseholes, and there are the few that really want to make you feel happy and make you feel loved and make you feel this fire that makes you happy even when you get a single hello in the morning. So that would be my duty for you.
Colin?
So, I mean, obviously, I've had to speak about a lot of really hard things I've gone through in my lifetime, in terms of myself individually and my individual experience, both with my sexuality in general and in my lifetime. Some things I've been a little more hesitant to speak about publicly, and I hope that it comes across that in speaking about these things, I hope they come across as a demonstration of how much I do care and how much I do truly want to get to know you. I've kind of laid it all out on the table. You have a very full picture of me, and I have a lot of respect for you as an individual and for who you are and what you've accomplished. And I think you're a very special person, James. And I really appreciate the time you've given me and for letting me stay in this long. So thank you.
Thank you, Colin. All right, James, does that change your mind at all?
No.
Okay. Troy, you're safe.
Thanks, James.
The person getting eliminated from the show is Eret. I'm sorry, it's the end of the road. You have been eliminated from the show. James, what led to your decision?
First of all, Eret, you're very, very sweet, and I've definitely enjoyed our interactions on Twitter as well, and hope that I get to know you a little bit more. I feel like when you had been put in the bottom, when asked why I should keep you there, you didn't really have a strong response until this particular past round, which leads me to believe you may have chosen host. Also, I know I don't need to get involved with any of the beef that you and Colin were in, but I know obviously me asking Colin about that DM was very, very challenging, and that was a really blunt thing to ask him, and I think that he answered that very well, and I didn't love that you were smiling during that. I thought that was a little bit...
I was focusing a bit too much on chat at the time, and I apologize for that.
Yeah, I just think it's obviously a tough thing that everyone goes through, and I'm not defending Colin because he very well may have chosen host and been screaming me over this whole time as well, but I think that it's important to, when people do talk about those things, to, let them have their floor and let them try to right their wrongs if they are in fact, if they're trying to make a good effort.
Yeah.
Eret had an opportunity.
my nerves got the better of me whenever I was in the bottom three. I'm not very good at coming up with some things on the spot if nerves get there. So, yeah, thank you for having me here. It's been an honor.
Eret had an opportunity to choose between love and host, and he chose
Hello?
Eret chose love.
Oh.
Yeah.
Eret, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
Please go ahead and shout out your channel.
Yeah, my channel is the Eret on most things. Apologize for Colin for my over the top reaction there.
I have a ton of respect for you, Eret. And
cool. Been an honor. I'll see you.
Thank you very much, Eret. Everybody go follow Eret. Thank you so much. Take care, Eret.
Thank you, Eret.
Bye.
A lot of love.
All right. We have made it, James, to the more intimate part of the show. We are in our bottom or top three, whichever way you want to look at it. It's going to get a little bit more. We're going to be. This is an opportunity for you to get to know these guys a little bit more personally than you have already. And also on the reverse side, this is an opportunity for you guys to get to know James a little bit more personally than you did. But when we started, we had 10 people. Now we're down to 3. And you probably haven't had an opportunity to say all the things that you want to say. So I'm going to start off by giving you an opportunity to ask any lingering questions. If not, we can surely guide you on a topic.
Oh, me, or are they asking me questions?
Both sides.
James, I just got one quick question. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Lorenzo.
You can go.
My quick question is: you have a dog, right? You said you had a dog. What's your thought on cats? 2 of them. Oh, cute, nice. And what are your thoughts on cats?
Not my favorite. I'm more of a dog person, but I don't dislike cats in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
You don't have any cats? No cats?
Me?
No cats. No, never had cats?
No, I just have 2 dogs. And to be fair, a lot of the cats that I have met have been a little bit more angry, not the nicest type of cats, but I know that that's obviously not all cats. That's, it's an unfortunate experience. So I'm definitely open to cats.
James, did you want to? Oh, go ahead, Lorenzo, please.
No, I was just going to ask what type of dogs they are.
Oh, Finnegan is a golden retriever, but he's a white or English cream, so he's white instead of yellow. And then we have Theodore, who's a black lab, who is a puppy and is literally demonic, but we love him.
Cute.
Yo, Austin.
Andy Milanakis?
Yo, what's up, brother?
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on? How'd you get in here?
Yo, I just want to say, I gotta decide if I should get pizza or a burger on Uber Eats.
This is a really bad time, Andy.
Oh, my bad.
We're in the middle of a very tense show here.
Oh, okay.
But,
I'll
but
talk to you
James,
later.
pizza or burger? What do you think?
I'm not a burger person personally, so I would 1,000% choose pizza. But the real question is, which pizza restaurant are you ordering from, Andy?
Ooh, that's a good question.
DeFara's from Brooklyn.
Oh, haven't tried it before. Okay, pizza that is.
All right, good luck, guys.
Thank you very much,
Right,
Andy.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Andy.
Bye.
Next question. James, I'd like to ask, unless you have a lingering one, feel free to override me, but I would like to ask the question, what would your future with James Charles look like if there is one together? What would that look like?
The floor is open.
Dang, did I just miss Andy Milanakis?
Carl Jacobs, please. This is a very tense moment.
Oh my God.
All right. Hey, James, you got this, all right? Good luck. I love you.
Thanks, Carl. Love you too.
Clip it.
All right. What would your future with James Charles look like?
Am I supposed to answer this?
Well, they'll answer first, and then you can maybe place your ideal future as well.
Got it.
Because I don't want yours to influence their answer.
Definitely on board.
Go ahead, Colin. Go ahead.
I'd be happy to answer. Yeah. So I've been actually pretty about a month ago, right? It started to get teased out that one of the potential lover host guests was going to be you, James, and people started asking me about that for a while ago. And I've been pretty outspoken about the fact that if you were to be the guest on Lover Host, I would want to come on because in the time I have kind of been in the time since that possibility was there, I've really come to admire you as an individual, and I really care about you a lot, and I want to know about you even more than I've been able to get to know you from this call. And I mean, hey, you're looking for a serious relationship. I'm in the market, and I am absolutely interested in you, James. I care about you a lot.
Lorenzo?
Well, you said for our future, what can I see in the future with James? Honestly, first, I would just have to see what James is like in person, to see what he is like emotionally, how he reacts and stuff, just to get him to know him better. And then from there, I could really say how our future would be. Because right now, I don't really know you too personally. I don't know you personally at all, I should say. So I'd first have to get to know you better to first say what our future would be like. yeah, that's my answer.
Troy?
First of all, I can tell you there won't be any cats in our future. I personally love dogs.
Oh my
I
God.
really, really love my dogs. And to be honest, I think once we meet in person and if we go on a few dates and stuff like that, I'd really want to get to know you as a whole, including your family. Because for me, I'm a real family boy. I think family is probably the most important foundation in anyone's life. And it's the best support system anyone can get. So if I were to meet your family and you were to meet mine, I think that would be a really cool thing. And that could be like a, you there, me here, and then we like visit each other and stuff like that. And in our future, I think it's possible to build on it even more, create even own family. It doesn't have to be kids related or stuff like that. It can even just be filled with people that you cherish and love. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends, even dogs. You could have your dogs as your family. It is what it is. I've heard people that leave their entire estate to their dogs because that's how much they love them. And I think a family just means love. So yeah, that's kind of
James, what does your future with your significant other look like?
Well, I definitely think, okay. Like I said in the beginning, I've been through a lot of shit, and I definitely feel like I'm ready to not necessarily settle down, but obviously get into something more serious. All of my relationships have not been relationships at all. They've been talking to guys for a few weeks on end, maybe a few fights here and there, getting to spend time together, and then I find out that they're using me, that they're stealing clothes, money, whatever anything you could possibly imagine has happened, which sucks. And I feel like I'm ready for something serious. I mean, I'm only 21, but I feel like because of my career and the things that I've been through mentally, I'm like 40, which once again, like ready to settle down, be with somebody. I think for me, oh, hold on, lost my train of thought. I think for me, one of the things that I talk to people a lot about is I like thinking about the future, and I don't necessarily love that Lorenzo did not give an answer to that particular question, because I think for me, even if you don't know what the future is going to hold, I think it's always fun and positive to set goals and kind of work towards those goals and stuff in any relationship. So, but that's not indicative of an answer in any way, shape, or form. But I think something that like I love a lot, that what Troy mentioned, like what Colin mentioned as well, about like traveling to see each other and like imagining what the future could look like together and like being on the market and stuff. One thing that I always say is like, obviously I don't want to be used in any way, shape, or form, obviously, but with my job and with my life does come a lot of great perks. Like I can easily afford plane tickets, and I can easily afford to move my schedule around and really make time for somebody. So I think more than anything, like I'm just really ready to just be with somebody and really get to know somebody and figure out what it's actually like to have somebody wake up with you in the morning and play Among Us together, or watch Minecraft videos together, or do escape rooms together, or like chill while I'm filming my 87th YouTube video that particular week. So I think it's just really about like finding like that best friend that also doubles, as a romantic partner as well.
Thank you, James. Now,
is it that time now, or are we having another question?
We are getting down to that time. Again, this is your show to some degree, James. I mean, I'm hosting it, but if you feel like you need more information, we've got more questions to ask. James, we've been talking this whole show about what people like about one another. Everybody's been, really nice to one another most of the time. James, is there one thing you dislike about? Could you say one thing you dislike about each one of the contestants that are on the screen right now? Maybe giving you a concern or a red flag. And would you be able to do that equally?
Yeah. I think for Lorenzo, it would be like I had mentioned, he seems to not really want to think too much about. He seems to be a little bit hesitant, and I can respect that. Obviously, it's never good to jump into something. Nobody wants to be in a relationship with somebody that they don't actually like, just to say it is a relationship. So I can understand where he's coming from. But at the same time, I do definitely, like I said, love thinking about the future, love thinking about what opportunities could be. And I don't necessarily mesh well with people who are very much like, I'm super I'm very impatient. I'm very like go with the flow, but at the same time very spontaneous. Spontaneity is one of my absolute favorite qualities in a person. Like I love when I'm talking to somebody new, and if the spark is right, like there's been times where I've talked to somebody, you know, for 6 months, and then I finally get them a plane ticket and they come visit. But there's also been people that I've talked to, and literally after like 3 days of talking, the FaceTime calls were just going absolutely amazing, and I booked a flight and they jumped on it, and the vibe was equally as amazing in person. So obviously right now, once again, with COVID and everything, I'm not necessarily this. I'm just hypothetical, but I definitely love when people are spontaneous and are, you know, willing to kind of jump into things just with open arms and really see what happens. And Lorenzo doesn't necessarily seem to be that type of person, which might not mesh the best with my personality. But I also loved a lot of the other answers that Lorenzo gave throughout the competition. So, and I think he's very attractive. So that's been lovely. For Colin, obviously, to be honest, like as soon as I saw that Colin was in it, I was very, very excited because I saw him on Twitter a few weeks ago and thought he was very, very cute. And obviously, despite the fact that I'm a beauty guru, Minecraft, I literally watch like Minecraft and gaming stuff. It's like 90% of my YouTube watch history, which a lot of people don't know. So I was really excited to get to know him, and like obviously there's a lot of common interest there. But you know, as the stream has gone on with that DM, which I love and appreciate how you answer that very, very honestly. Of course, despite the honest answer, I'm always skeptical just based on the amount of things that I have dealt with in the past, and it's always really, really hard to know what people's true intentions are. And we are on a game show, so
Yeah.
you know, you never know.
It's very valid.
You know, oh,
and
my AirPod just died. Oh, hold on one second.
I can still hear you, James. Oh, you've got it back up. Perfect. Are you back?
Hello?
James? Yep.
Oh.
Hello? Yep, you're back.
There we go.
Perfect.
Gorgeous.
Yes. Now, on to Troy.
Yes, Mr. Troy. I love how I really like Troy's sense of humor. He seems very, very sweet. I definitely, for some reason, I get the vibe. I really like that you're like outgoing as well. But for some reason, I get the vibe that you are a little bit of like, not a party. I don't know. The drunk date to me has still stuck around in my head since the beginning of the thing. I don't know. You seem like very much the type to me that like loves to like just like party and like, I don't know that. That maybe it was just the impression that I got and stuff. So I
That's
didn't.
fine. Can I say something? Actually, I'm the parent of my friendship group when we go out. So I kind of like keep everyone's phones and make sure they're fine. So I wasn't sure. You see, all I know is making sure that everyone else is having fun. So I want to make sure that you are having fun. I didn't really necessarily know that you don't like drinking. So I definitely got the wrong. No, but like what I meant was I definitely got the wrong impression. And now that I learned that about you, I definitely can agree that the partying time is just, it's fun for sometimes, but the true moments are like, you know, when you get to know each other properly and stuff like that. But yeah, I see how I could come off like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, James. It is time to make a very difficult decision. This is what's going to happen, James. You're going to make your, obviously, there's no bottom three to choose from. Everybody's in it. You're just going to choose who you're going to eliminate from the show. And then the next round will, the next round will be a one-on-one sort of virtual date with them. Who the last two, uninterrupted, just you two chatting.
Oh. Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was happening. Okay.
Are you okay with that? We can always switch it up if you want.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Okay.
I want to make it clear that this decision is based on my Lever Host Honest Review group chat of all my best friends that have been watching since the beginning and have been writing about who they think that I would be the best fit for. I do share this opinion as well, but for me, family and my best friends are a huge, huge part of my life, and their opinion means a lot to me. And a lot of times, sometimes, especially being busy and having just a lot on my mind, they sometimes know me better than I even do. So this was a group choice. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. There's only 3 people left. I'm just trying to.
I understand, James. It's okay. There's been many people that have come before you that have had to endure this difficult process, and I assure you, the contestants participating today understand that you can only choose one at the end. Gentlemen,
Right.
I'm going to save one of you, and then we'll allow the bottom two to sort of...
My group chat is all saying, not this blame, not you blaming us.
Colin, you're safe.
Oh my god. Thank you.
Colin, you are safe. Lorenzo and Troy. Last words to Mr. James Charles. God, that makes it sound so bad. Like it's
a goodbye.
It's not an execution, don't worry.
No, share what your last words on this show could be with Mr. James.
Do you want to go first, Troy?
Sure. Okay. So James, I think it's really smart of you to take your family and friends option. I would have probably done the same if I was in your position. Like I said, I value my family and friends beyond everyone else in my entire life. I think that without honest and trustful opinions, you can really get nowhere in life. And at the end of the day, they are only thinking the best for you and how this will benefit you in the long run. So yeah, and I think that I may have come off a bit shy and introvert and stuff like that, but from talking to you and socializing with this whole cast, it's just been really opening up for me and stuff like that. So yeah, thanks.
Okay. Lorenzo.
James, just in regards to the future statements, I feel like you misunderstood me a bit, but correct me if I'm wrong. When I said I wanted to get to know you better before I can even think of the future, I mean, I can always say the simple, for me it would be a simple thing, traveling towards each other, going to do stuff together, that's basic. But when I meant to get to know you better, I meant so I can know what you like as well as dislike, so that we can do stuff together that matches our likes and dislikes. And that's what I meant when it comes to the future. I'm always dreaming about the future. It's always positive mentality about it. It's always trying to keep my head up about it. So yeah, the future's already thought of, done all the options, all the no options, all that kind of stuff. So when it comes, that's what I really meant to try to say is I'd first try to understand you before I want to do stuff with you. So I could know what you dislike and like. So yeah.
All right, James.
I appreciate that.
Does that change your mind at all? Or are you going to stick with your original decision?
I think that I'm going to stick with my original decision.
Okay. Whoops.
Hey, James, it's me, Carl Jacobs.
Hi, Carl.
Oh, God. Hi, Carl.
Hey, I just want to remind you, I think you forgot to add me to that group chat. But if you ever need any more advice, I know I'm saying this at Final 3, but if you need my advice moving forward, I understand.
It's a little late, isn't it?
Carl, I'd be interested to hear from you. Have you been watching the whole stream thus far?
Yes. No, I'm not good. I was very, very busy today. I'm so sorry.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So busy. Well, I was gonna ask if you have been watching the stream so far, based on the little that you know about me, who do you think would be maybe not who do you think I should eliminate, but who do you think out of these three boys should be the one that I choose in the end?
Who out of this call do I think you should be with?
Carl,
I'm gonna say Austin.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
I'm not. James and I are too far apart in age. I'm like 45.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Not 45.
No, I'm just kidding. Thank you, Carl. It's very nice though, the endorsement. Sorry, chat. I fixed. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. We lost the cameras. Just give us a second. We'll get them back. Hold on.
That's fine.
We'll get him back. Hold on, chat. Give us a second. There we go. We're back. Saved. Okay. All right. The person getting eliminated from Lover House between Lorenzo and Troy is... Troy! It's the end of the road. You have been eliminated from the show. Troy.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming, James. You've got your hands on your face. You look not too pleased, maybe, with that decision.
I mean, all three of these guys are great options that I have really enjoyed getting to know all three of them. So, I mean, I'd be happy walking out of this with all three of them, if any of them had chose love. So I'm like not unhappy with that particular decision.
Sure.
I put my fingers on my face because you've done that to poor Troy now 3 different times. Every other time he got that save.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a little bait and switch, Miss Mama.
Yes. James or Troy. Troy had an opportunity to choose between love and host before the show began. And he chose love.
Always.
I appreciate it, Troy. It was really cool getting to know you.
You too, James. Really.
Troy, you were a pleasure to have on the show. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Austin.
Of course. Go ahead and shout out your channel.
So it's just Troy Newmark, and then for TikTok it's Troy Ian Newmark.
Thank you, Troy. Troy has a twin brother. Did you know? Is he awake still?
Yeah, he's actually here.
Bring him over. Hey, come over
Yeah.
here. Bring in his twin. Just when you thought it couldn't get any better, there's 2 of them.
Oh,
look.
Hi.
what do you want to say? I've been watching the thing the whole time in my other room, so don't worry about it. But it's alright.
It sounds the same too. Okay, gentlemen, thank you guys so much for coming on the show. We appreciate it. Bye, Troy. Thank you.
Bye, Austin.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye, Troy.
It was so nice meeting you, Troy.
Shout out your channel, Troy, real quick before you go.
Oh, it's just Troy Newmark on Instagram and Troy Ian Newmark on TikTok.
Okay, thank you, Troy. Take care.
Thanks, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. And it has come
That
down
was so sad.
to this. It has come down to this. One last round on Lover Host featuring James Charles. Colin Smoke, Lorenzo. This is what's going to go down, James, if you're okay with it, of course.
Yes.
It's going to be a one-on-one date. Only 2 minutes and 30 seconds per person.
Oh.
If you'd like, we can all agree to extend it a little bit if you'd like. I can be flexible with the timing. Do you guys want more time?
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I'm fine with that. I have a fun question to ask.
Okay. All right. So 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm going to bring you guys into a voice channel where the other person won't be able to hear. So when you're talking with Lorenzo, Colin won't be able to hear it. And when you're talking with Colin, Lorenzo won't be able to hear it. The only people that will be able to hear it are myself and the audience and you and whoever you're talking to. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Let's break it down. Who wants to go first?
I'm fine either way.
Okay. Well, that didn't help, did it? Let's
You can.
flip-
You can.
I'm gonna
Hey.
flip a coin since James is in the United States. Lorenzo, you're the call it in the air. Lorenzo.
So it's me.
Heads or tails?
I mean, I'll just go first then if it's gonna be a coin flip.
Tails.
Tails. It was tails. You want to go first or
I'll
second?
I'll take.
Okay, Colin wants to go first. Okay, that's fine.
I don't mind either way. It's your show, Austin. You do you, man.
It's all right. It's all right. We don't have to respect the coin flip. Here we go. Let's
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Oh.
Wait, are you gonna flip the coin?
I already flipped it. It landed on tails. And
Is that me? I forgot what I voted for.
yeah.
Let Lorenzo go then if he wants to go first.
but
I'm like,
ultimately, you're the boss. Who do you want to go first?
Lorenzo can go first, but I was gonna say I was very nervous, so I've drank about like 18 gallons of water, so I need to pee again.
Yeah. Go pee. That's fine. We'll take a break. We'll take a
Austin,
break.
can I also go run and pee?
Yes, please go pee.
Thank God.
Chat, give us a second. We're just gonna take a quick break here. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, while we're on this break, this broadcast is brought to you by Cash App. Cash App, the best app in the world. Always have your cash tags ready. You never know when Cash App is going to show up and drop some money. We are actually live right now at the Cash App compound here in Los Angeles, California. We've got a new mascot.
Oh, this is Farley.
This is the official today. This is the Cash App mascot of the day, Farley.
Yeah.
And Farley is a he's a multi-poo.
Yes.
Oh, he's so cute. Look at Farley. Say hi to Farley.
He's been giving us emotional support in the booth.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He's so cute. Also, this broadcast is brought to you by Dream! Dream in the chat. 20% of all proceeds go towards mental health awareness. In fact, mental health charities that help people find and connect them with people who need support. Also, I need to mention. I'm just so distracted by petting the dog. Also, I'd like to mention Cash App. We're doing a trivia show all this week where you can win free money Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Will's going to co-host one of them. It's going to be fantastic. Are we all back yet? All right, we are all back. Okay. Back. Oh, Cash App wants to give out some money. Give it a second. Give it a second. We are right back. Everybody's back. Here we go. Date number one. James, I believe Lorenzo wanted to go second. Is that? Are you okay with that?
That is totally fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Nope, Lorenzo wanted to go first.
So who's going first?
Lorenzo's going first.
James, let's go first. Let's go.
Okay, here we go.
100%
Lorenzo is
Yeah.
going first. I'm going to move you guys into a channel, then I'll let you know when the date begins.
Great.
Give me one moment. Here we go. Okay. All right. I will start the timer. And when I start the timer, you guys can go ahead. Ready?
Wait, Colin, we can still see Colin.
Yeah, I know, but you can't hear him. You want me to turn? I can get. Colin, turn your camera off. He's going to turn his camera off.
Okay. Got it.
Here we go. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and get started. Good luck.
Okay, is there anything that you specifically want to say, or I have a fun question that I think would be interesting to know?
Hit your fun question first.
Tell me, open up your phone if you have it next to you, and tell me your last five videos that you watched on YouTube.
Honestly, not big on YouTube. I don't watch YouTube often, but let me check. It's probably some. How do I check? I go to settings, right?
It's if you click your little profile picture in the top right hand corner, it'll watch history.
Okay, wait. Oh, settings. Do I go to settings there?
Maybe talk about something else so we don't waste time if you can't find it.
No, wait. I feel useless. Where do I go? Can you show me? Is it the top one? You can see quality. I don't know. Your channel, YouTube studio, time watched. Is it Twitch account? Turn on settings, help and feedback.
Look, you want me to pause it? This is unprecedented. I may
Please
have to.
pause. I'm sorry.
Wait. Okay, in the bottom right hand corner it says library.
No. Oh, if I exit. Oh yes. Okay. So.
And then click library, then history.
Okay, so it pops up the recent ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is it's a bit embarrassing, but anyways, okay, first two are level host to check out what the show was, and then my other one was checking out an anime, Sirius the Jaeger. My other one was watching an animation. I love animations, by the way. So it was Raya and the Last Dragon trailer, and my other one was I think another anime, Lost Song trailer. So yeah, my thing is not too interesting. So yeah. What does that tell you?
Interesting. I don't know. Maybe
much.
Not too much. I'd be interesting to see. Obviously, my job as a YouTuber, I spend a lot of time on YouTube and stuff, but I don't really watch any makeup content ever. I normally watch, like I said, a lot of Minecraft stuff, a lot of like science stuff. So I just wanted to kind of see if any of our watch history or creators that we enjoy were compatible at all, because it's just like a big part of my life. But
understandable, 100% understandable. Okay. This is nerve-wracking, so my questions have all gone out my head, but do you have another question for me, James?
Do you, let me see. Do you cook? Or are you Postmates type of person? Okay.
No, I like to bake. I do like to bake.
Ooh,
That's fun for me. I really actually enjoy it. Cooking, I mean, I'm not amazing at it, but I can cook some vegetables and stuff, and like, that's it. Can you cook? And what's your cooking skills like?
I can't cook to save my life. I also do enjoy baking. Awful chef. It's something that I have always respected the craft of, but have just never been even able to get started doing. I Postmates majority of my meals, but I've been talking with the team about potentially hiring a chef. So that could be a fun way to get better meals too.
Okay.
I'm just tired of as much as I love Chick-fil-A and McDonald's and Panda Express and Chipotle, I'm tired of getting
I've never had Chipotle and stuff like that.
You haven't?
No, I haven't had half the American fast food chains.
Wait, so have you ever visited America before or no?
I've visited America twice. I think Both was for Disney World, which I was when I was much younger. But I really want to come back. Since I'm doing hospitality industry, I want to do my internship in America to really get the feel of the American style of the hospitality industry and how they treat their guests and blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Wait, so did you say you're currently in Switzerland or are you in South Africa?
I'm currently in South Africa for holiday, but I'm normally studying in Switzerland, but actually I've changed campuses to London. So I'm going to be studying in London for the next 6 months. So yeah.
Wow.
It's quite a change.
Good to know.
Now,
Yeah, that is crazy.
And
you guys
the
have a
timer
little
already
bit. The timer's been up, but I gave you guys a little extra time because of the technical issue. So,
Oh,
but
perfect.
let's
Yeah,
let's get towards wrapping it up just so we're fair.
okay. Last question, James. How are you in the outdoors? Do you like it? No, yes, animals?
Love animals. I definitely love going outdoors. The new house has a massive backyard, so we've honestly been spending so much time outside in the pool. We're in the hot tub almost every single night. We built an outdoor kitchen in the backyard and have like a beautiful outdoor dining table as well. So I definitely like love being outdoors and stuff, but I wouldn't necessarily call myself like a super outdoorsy person. Like I'm definitely not the type to like go on a hike or go on a hike.
Okay, wait, one last question before we end it, I think. Personal time. Because I am a person who likes to have my own personal time when it comes to just recharging as a person. How is it for you?
I am honestly not exactly the same. I'm the type of person that likes to be around people a lot. I definitely have my time where I need to be alone, where I need to just, be with myself. And I feel like that's a lot of that time for me is like watching YouTube videos or watching my favorite content creators and stuff, or responding back to business emails. Obviously, business is a huge part of my life. So I really love truly doing that and working. But for the most part, I definitely like to spend like my actual free time with my friends. They definitely make me the happiest. And I don't love being alone, but I can always appreciate when somebody else needs their alone time.
Okay, I like that. I respect that.
All right, Lorenzo, is that enough? James, Lorenzo, do you feel like you've gotten enough? I know it's very short.
I mean, yeah, it definitely doesn't do much, but James, do you have any other questions for me?
I mean, I feel like we need to. I have a million other questions that I feel like in honor of the show we should move on to the next one.
Lorenzo, part with James. This will be the last time that you speak to him before he makes his decision. So, one last thing you'd like to say.
I feel like they should both get one. Oh, wait, that's happening right now. Never mind.
But James, if you'd like, we have done this before, where we'll bring them back together and then one last ride, basically one last send off, if you want. Once they're back together.
Okay.
We can do that. Okay, Lorenzo.
Okay. Well, yeah. Thanks for talking to me again, James. And then I'll see you hopefully on the upside. That's the expression. Yeah.
Nice to talk to you as well.
Good luck, Lorenzo. Go ahead and turn off your camera for me.
Thank you.
It's Colin's turn now.
Okay.
All right. We're
Did I do it?
Yep. We're gonna bring Colin in.
Great.
All right, Colin, it's your turn. You can turn on your camera.
Here, give me 1 sec. Sorry.
Okay.
Can you see me? I don't know. All right, cool.
We can see you. I'm gonna start the timer, but we sort of gave extra time, so we'll give some extra time for you too, Colin.
Don't worry about it.
Colin and James, the floor is yours. Go ahead.
Okay, Colin, so the first question that I asked Lorenzo was to go on your phone to YouTube and tell me the last 5 videos that you've watched.
Okay, this is going to be really awkward because I have to turn my phone on because I turned it off because I was like, I can't look at this during the...
Oh, got it. Well, you can...
Let me turn it on and then... How about this? How about I'll start turning my phone on and I'll ask you a question. Does that sound good?
Sure.
Perfect.
Love that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to throw you off like that.
No, you're good.
So you talk a lot about how your family and your friends are very like near and dear to you and very important, right?
Yes.
And I'm very close with my family. I know my mom and my brother are watching right now, and my brother and I are very close. But I wanted to ask you, is there like a particular person like in your life, whether it's in your family or outside your family, who you feel has like who has had like a really profound impact on you as an individual? Like who has had the biggest impact on you, James Charles, the person? You know?
I feel like I would have 2 different people that are really close to me to answer that question with, and I don't want to start tearing up, but definitely,
It's okay.
actually, maybe, there's a lot. Honestly, my core friend group is
Mhm.
like my entire world to me. And I know that that's multiple people, but Cassie, her husband Eldon, who's also my amazing assistant, our best friend Jesus, Drew is like my inseparable other half.
Mhm.
Laura, who just announced that she's pregnant while we were literally on stream, so I haven't even gotten a chance
Congratulations.
to congratulate her yet. Her husband Victor. They like the Kitty Girls are truly like everything in my entire life. I just love them so much, and they've been my number one like fans and friends since I started in social media a few years ago. And that definitely really helped me get through a lot of like really fucking awful times. And I would definitely also have to say another duo will be Lewis and Anthony, who I know we're also watching in another room. Anthony I've known since I was in 3rd grade, and he's always been my best friend. And then Lewis is his older brother, who also is my number one employee. He's my creative director and works with me on every single piece of content that we do. And I'm just really grateful for both of them because they've both been through a lot and they've seen everything. Like the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I definitely,
Absolutely.
yeah. Shit, sorry.
No, don't apologize. It's okay. You can let it all out. Don't worry about it. I'm no stranger to crying on stream. It's all good. I promise. For me, I mean, like I mean, obviously my family is very near and dear to me. My mom's been supportive of me in everything, whether that was coming out or starting to stream or doing anything creatively. But my grandfather, who unfortunately it can't watch right now because he's no longer with us, was almost like a second father to me, and he always encouraged me that no dream is too big, and that there are so many lessons he imparted upon to me that, and I carry him.
Hello, mic check, 1 sec. We lost audio. Hold on. We lost audio. 1 second. 1 sec, guys. We lost audio. Oh, shit. Can somebody go in and tell them? Hold on. We lost audio. Hold on. We lost audio. Give it a second. Guys, we lost audio. Hold on. I need to... I got it. Hold on. Hey, guys. We lost audio in the Discord. Would you guys unmute your mics in Zoom and mute your mics in Discord? We lost audio in Discord. Just unmute your Zoom mics. The stream hasn't been able to hear you in the past 15 to 20 seconds. So just unmute your mics in Zoom, if that's possible, and then mute your mics in Discord. Yeah. Continue with what you were saying. Yeah, could you just recap what you guys just said? Sorry, the Discord froze.
What was the last thing you got?
I can't even recall. I think it was right after you talked about your grandfather. Right after that.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I mean, I just talked about how my grandfather's with me in everything I do, basically, at stream, in case you missed it. In terms of
what they missed is the best part about what you said was that whoever you surround yourself with is very, very telling of the type of person that somebody is. Mm-hmm. That's where it cut off. That was the most important part of everything.
Right, and I think it's very, like, I was gonna say it's very telling that James has been on a call with his friends, or not on a call, and in a group chat or back and forth with his friends and family through the entire show. I think that's really amazing, frankly. YouTube watch history. So here, let me. Okay, so so here's where I'm at, right? So I don't know if it's gonna focus, but I can read it to you. I have How It's Going by Cutie Cinderella, because I love her and Ludwig. I have some random Pokemon card collector talking about how to sell cards. I have, you know how like YouTube on the app does like those story things? And they're like, I don't want to say that they're kind of a lot of like shoveled like trash, but I have just like very like, there's like reposty accounts that talk about big influencers. I have Dan Blazarian speaks on going broke, David Dobrik at his new house. And then if I keep going down, I have Lunch Club goes shopping. And then I have another guy talking about Pokemon like challenges. And then actually yesterday, my only thing I watched, I have reacting to my old YouTube videos, which was one of your videos from.
Oh yeah.
Because that's the one that I really, really liked when I first saw it a couple of weeks ago. And I wanted to revisit it before the show today. If I go any further, I have like some Ludwig videos. Strange Eons is another really cool YouTuber. She talks a lot about like Tumblr stuff, and does deep dives into communities on there. I think it's really interesting. I hope that that's a good answer.
No, it's a great answer.
Yeah.
My YouTube is all over the place.
And Colin, out of respect for Lorenzo's time,
Absolutely.
wrap it up if you could, and maybe say one last thing to James.
Totally good. So no matter what decision you make, James, I'm so happy we got to talk, and I really, really appreciate, just everything that all the chances you've given me, and all these conversations, all these back and forth. And no matter what happens, I hope we can definitely get to know each other after the show. So,
thank you, Colin. James, we can all switch back to Discord now. It recovered, so we'll switch back. I'll move James into a room.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
God.
Let's move in.
Oh.
All right, James, can you hear me? Just mute yourself on Zoom, and just unmute yourself on Discord, and then you'll be good. Oh, you're muted on Discord. That's the only thing. You're just muted on Discord. That's it. Oh, it's because you're in a room where you can't speak. Oh, there you go. Perfect. James, you there? Okay.
Yes, now I can hear.
Sorry about that. Okay.
You're good.
James, let's get Lorenzo to turn on his camera. Lorenzo, turn on your camera. James, you now have a decision to make. It is now between Colin and Lorenzo. Oh. You must decide whether you are going to pick Lorenzo or Colin. It's very simple, James. Very straightforward.
The South African hunk or the Minecraft enthusiast?
If you'd like, I can allow you to ask them one more thing, or we can just sort of call it, and you can make your decision. James, sorry. I think you're muted in Discord. I'm going to mute myself in Zoom.
Hello?
There we go. This is work. There we go. Yeah. This is good. Keep it like this.
Oh my God, what the heck?
Okay.
What is going on?
You're good. It's all good now. It's all good.
Okay, now everyone's okay.
Everything's good.
Well, now I don't remember what we were talking about, other than the fact that I know I need to choose.
You need to either make a decision, or if you'd like, alternatively, you can also ask them another question if you're really unsure at this point.
Oh wait, are they talking?
No, not to you. They're just in another room. It's okay. It's separate. Ignore them for now.
I'm so confused. Okay, I think that I have my mind made up.
Okay.
And I sent it in the Discord.
Okay. He's made up his mind.
Decision is locked in.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh my God.
All right. James has made his decision. Let's bring in the guys. All right. Colin and Lorenzo, James has made his final decision on Lover Host.
Drum beats.
Jesus Christ!
we were just told we were having a conversation and we didn't realize we were on stream. So I was like, okay, maybe we should stay quiet until we're told otherwise.
Yeah.
So, hi.
All right. Now, this is what's going to happen. I'm about to reveal the decision that James made. Now, James, if you choose somebody ultimately that chose host, then they will walk away with all the viewers from the show. If, however, you choose somebody who chooses love, well, then you guys do whatever you want afterwards, but you would get the host in that case.
Great.
Even if you don't want to get live, we can.
Oh God, I'm so scared.
All right. The winner of Lover Host, featuring James Charles, is Doc. You there?
Who's Doc?
You'll see.
He's 5'2".
He's Doc.
No.
Doc, pass me the paper. It should have.
Oh shit. Oh shit. My bad. Hold on. Gotta get my McChicken wrapper.
Thank you, James. It's very official. All right.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, Doc.
No problem.
Reading the decision that has been etched on a McChicken wrapper.
Oh my God, I'm so hungry. That sounds so good.
Is the winner of Lover Host is. I love how you're nervous, James, but you already know the answer. Like, you know who you chose.
Of course I'm nervous. Just say it. Oh my God.
The winner of Lover Host, featuring James Charles, is Colin Smoke, ladies and gentlemen. Colin Smoke.
Oh my God. Dude.
It's
alright, got that on my chair.
I'm just.
Congratulations, Mr. Colin Smoke. You have won Lover House featuring James Charles.
Thank you.
Now, it's not over yet, James. The show's not over yet. This is the most intense part of the show, perhaps, for you, because this is where, this is where we reveal what these two gentlemen chose. Now, Lorenzo, unfortunately, it's the end of the road for you. James, what led to your decision?
Well, Lorenzo, I really loved getting to know you, and you are insanely attractive and super, super nice and fun to talk to as well. I just think with the long distance and everything, and I know you're working really hard on your studies, being abroad, it just seems like an actual relationship, although I'm sure would be really fun to pursue, might be a little bit more difficult for us to actually make work. But, you know, who's to say that the future is always open to opportunities in case anything else does not work out. So I was just thinking more realistically of what, you know, could happen.
And I totally understand that. Thank you, though, James.
Mr. Lorenzo had an opportunity to choose between Love and Host before the show began, and he chose oof, man. James, I don't know about this.
Why? No, I don't do anything. Don't do anything.
He chose Love. Lorenzo, I'm sorry you've been eliminated from the show. It's the end of the road. You made it very far. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you, James, for having me and talking to me while you can. So all the best for the future.
You as well.
Lorenzo,
thank you.
Please shout out your social media.
Well, only Instagram and TikTok, and that is Lorenzo_Meaker. So all the best. All the best to you too as well. So thank you guys. Thank you, Austin.
Thank you, Lorenzo. Have a great day.
Love, Lorenzo.
Okay. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye now.
Leave.
I got you. There you go.
I literally just heard a scream from the movie theater down here in the basement. Someone saying no as soon as that happened.
Oh,
my roommates also are in the room immediately behind me and just all screamed from the family room. They're like, yes, I was. They're all watching on the TV in the family room.
Okay, now it is time to reveal whether Colin chose Love or Host. Oh boy, James, this is the moment that keeps you up at night. I think this is the moment.
So close to Love with Lorenzo. Now anything could happen.
That's right. You had it in the bag with Lorenzo.
I mean, if Colin chose Host, I'm only one Instagram DM away.
That's true. That is true.
But I'm hoping that you know, is with good intentions.
That's right. Doc,
Yes.
let's see it. Colin Smoke, when presented with the decision to choose between love and host,
God, I hate this. I absolutely hate this.
he chose love. Congratulations!
Let's go!
That means 9 out of the 10 contestants today chose love. Congratulations to the two of you, James. You've earned a host from this channel. Even if you're not going to go live, I could still do it.
I'm not gonna go live. I have to go get in the hot tub with my friends and probably take a shot.
Yes. James, whatever you guys decide
and
to do.
DM Colin.
Yes. Whatever you guys decide to do after is completely up to you. And I ask everybody in the audience to respect everybody's privacy. The Lover Host is a show for entertainment purposes. James, thank you so much. You have been an absolute pleasure to have on the show. This show was phenomenal.
The show had everything. It had love, intrigue, spiciness. We had a great time here in the booth.
Absolutely.
It was truly quite the experience.
It was a roller coaster.
Of course. Colin, let's have you shout out your channel first.
Oh, you can find me on Twitch at Colin Smoke, but more importantly, you can find me on Twitter at Colin Smoke. I do a whole bunch more than just stream, and I want to do much more creatively than just hanging out and playing Minecraft, as much as I love it with all you guys. So please come say hello. I'd love to get to know all of you guys.
Thank you, Colin. You have a great day, Colin, and congratulations.
All right. Thanks again.
Bye-bye now. James, congratulations on winning Lover Host. James,
thanks, Doc.
Everybody.
Oh my God.
I hope you
Everywhere
enjoyed yourself.
That was very, very, very intense. I will say, as soon as we were, going through everybody, Lorenzo and Colin were the two